That's normally when the bell ends. Yabba dabba do, people.
We in the building.
Welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom University podcast. The podcast where we talk about people more successful than us at what we do.
Another podcast.
For now.
That's important. You always got to add a little bit. But I'm your co-host, Tone Groove.
J Noblez.
AJ the Menace.
The white man is not on the boards.
White man's not behind the boards.
He's unfashionably late for a white Jamaican.
Well,
he's normally the first one here because he has that white privilege and that Jamaican ambition.
Yeah. But he's getting a little bit too comfortable, like most immigrants. But that's fine, though. That's fine. It's America. He's allowed to do that. But regardless, if you haven't already,
to build a waffle lore.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, do all of those good things. Do your due diligence. Shout out to the few people who did their office hours.
Facts.
And who left their pickaxes.
Yes. Shame. You should put shame on it like it's homework.
Nigga, I don't even know. We need to come up with like a real punishment for these niggas.
The ones who didn't do it?
Just because a couple of them did it, they're all still wrong. Because it's the whole class. It was like 3 pickaxes, nigga.
I see what you're saying.
It's the whole class, but not everybody is on honor roll. That's for the sacred few.
We have a little game. Don't
expose the game. Wait till we get to the point of the
game. You have to make it to the show. You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole point of playing the game.
Yeah.
To prove you did it.
We here.
Make sure
we've been good.
Yeah, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram. Make sure you follow us on Reddit. We have the subreddit. Drop things in there. Patreon as well, of course. You get the pre-show on there.
Patreon.
Make sure y'all run up the Patreon. There's only one level, $5.
We're poor. We need the money. We're poor.
Yeah.
He's poor.
Give us the money. We're poor.
And then, we're waiting on White Man to get here. In the meantime, we'll just cover some topics where we don't need any real visuals because I'm sure y'all have seen the visuals already. If anything.
We're going to paint a vivid picture for y'all people.
Yeah.
Trust us.
Yeah, facts.
For sure.
We'll jump into Hassan Campbell first. Imaginary bell over.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? We hear the real bell so often, you would think that we would just know when it ends.
It's about 3 seconds.
I still don't know.
It's about 3. It's about 3. 2.5, 3.
Just one good deep breath.
Mm-hmm. But I'm supposed to be introducing topics. My bad, I forgot.
The bell is not there.
Yeah.
Hassan getting shot isn't important news.
Right, my bad. Hassan Campbell was just live streaming on Sunday from the Brooklyn Projects. I can't remember which one it was, but it started with him in the Brooklyn Projects, and he was on YouTube Live ranting about the Diddy and Cassie settlement. Like, the main primary source of his frustration
that's what he was yelling
about? That was his whole...
That adds to the lore.
Yeah, that was his whole frustration to the fact that it was like settled within 24 hours. And then he went live and was like complaining like... It's kind of hard to... not really hard to explain. I didn't watch the full thing. I didn't watch the full 25-minute live. I saw the wild part when niggas started throwing bottles at him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The most important part.
Yeah, so I saw that part. But I think the sentiment was he kind of just snapped because of how quickly they settled it and they're not lingering into this whole predator or sexual deviance on the Diddy side, and people aren't, because he's a victim of it.
He doesn't feel like justice has been served.
Right.
He just felt like a bitch got a payday.
Yeah.
And it's probably because he knows like worse things has happened. So it's like, nigga, if the bare minimum not even getting out.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
He was frustrated on that. So that's what had him started in them projects yelling, and niggas started throwing bottles at him, and then he was like, come downstairs.
And what's weird is because, like, was it for the yelling, or was it because
it was the yelling?
It's commentary.
It could have. I think it was mainly the yelling, because you gotta remember it was like morning time. Like the nigga was out there at like 10 a.m. Yelling at the top of his lungs with his phone on a tripod. Like,
hey nigga, shut the fuck up,
please.
And
it's a building project Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's some real New York shit. Niggas throwing like their boots at you. Like,
shut the fuck up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy.
Damn. But you would think they would be used to it, with 5%ers and all.
Black Israelites. Or
everybody takes a break Sunday morning, though.
Even just how loud New York is.
Yeah.
On his own. How could they even hear him? That's how loud he was.
No, these are projects, so he's like in the courtyard of a project. So it's like rooms all around.
That's like Town Square.
Exactly, yeah.
And sound, travels,
it's bouncing off all them. Yeah, niggas is sick of that shit.
I know science.
Sound.
I didn't know that happened though. So shout out to whoever threw that bottle. I didn't know niggas was throwing glass bottles out the window.
Did they hit him or did they get around him?
I think it just needs to be close enough that you know that I just tried to hit you with a glass bottle.
Yeah, like
from the 74th
And you gotta
floor.
understand the blast radius.
That's
Nigga,
what I'm
it hits the
saying.
ground and breaks.
Bro, that's what
so
I'm
it's like that
saying.
shit gonna be blast. Yeah.
Yeah, so overall, I'm
it's
like,
crazy.
that's kind of crazy. But then somebody came downstairs and he was like, "What?" And he had his hands behind his back. And with that knife, did y'all see that shit?
Nah.
Oh man, the
I
nigga-
didn't even know there was a separate video. I thought it was just the one where he was shot.
No, we're gonna get to that. The thing that's weird about the one that was shot video, it's like I didn't hear no gunshots in that video, right? I'm not the only one, right?
Nah, I was waiting for him to get shot, and I think he was already shot when the video first started.
Yeah, that's the video right there. Yeah, play it.
This is him getting shot?
No, this is him in the projects.
Come outside, throw that fucking bottle. Come downstairs and throw that bottle. Come downstairs and throw that fucking bottle. Come outside and throw that fucking bottle. I stab your ass to death. Bitch ass nigga. Come outside and throw that bottle. Come outside and throw that bottle.
Bleep that out.
I'll stab your ass
If I see
to
that
death.
bottle come out the window, I guarantee you I come outside, I live in this building, I'll come upstairs and fuck you up. Word to my mother.
Whoa. He threw the fitted on the ground.
But why did it sound like a glass bottle
Throw
when
the
it...
bottle out the window again, bitch nigga. I'll stab your mother to death.
He was going
I
crazy.
show your mother down the flight of steps. Bitch nigga, throw it out the window. I dare you. I dare you.
I'll stab your mother to death.
I'm watching. I dare you.
Yo, they probably trying to
Throw
find
that
the
fucking
biggest
out
bottle
the
they
window while I'm
can.
watching. Throw the bottle out the window while I'm watching.
He's tired now.
He was talking to the camera.
They threw another one.
They threw another one.
Yep.
He's looking for his
Don't wait
knife.
for me to turn my back. Come downstairs.
Oh, no.
Come downstairs.
There it is. Here goes the knife.
Come downstairs.
No, he equipped that shit like Blade.
Good, right?
What, that wasn't even him.
We keep it moving. What's good, though? What's good, though? What's good, though?
Yeah, two things. He equipped that shit like he's CJ.
Yeah.
Like Assassin's Creed.
He equipped that shit.
Yeah, this nigga. And then, how the fuck, nigga, who just has empty bottles in their house just to throw?
That's probably what took so long in between the bottles being
Nah, I heard.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's still going. I was watching.
Yeah.
I was watching the Star Report, and he was saying that he's been to, like, people that live in those projects, some of them save bottles by the window for that purpose exactly. Like, that's a thing that people do. Like, that's a regular thing. He
Because
was like,
you never know when a crackhead is gonna just
yeah,
be,
so he was like, you'll go
Yeah.
to people's apartments in the projects, and there'll literally just be like 3 or 4 bottles sitting next to the window, just in case.
just, yeah, all right. Projectile.
or they have like
This shit is now a weapon.
Right.
or they have like frat house tendencies because the apartment's so small, it's like living
Yeah.
in a college dorm. Like,
So
you know what I'm saying?
so that's crazy in itself. But that was pretty crazy, like the whole pull the knife out thing. But then, okay, so the video of him riding in the car.
I was about to say.
The video of him riding in the car.
This is a crazy day.
It was.
It was
Bro,
it was
this was
crazy.
all before like 1 o'clock, nigga. I mean, he was outside early, bro.
You could
Like,
tell by like the color of the sky that it was like 11 a.m.
it wasn't even 12. Yeah, it was nowhere
You know
near
what I'm
12 yet.
saying?
Yeah, he had another hour
Yeah.
at least. So.
You can still eat breakfast.
It
oh,
was
for
crazy.
sure. Yeah.
But
so
this-
he's doing this shit in the middle of the day, and then
And then he's in the car. Goodness gracious.
As the roundabout, take the second exit on Westchester Avenue. In a quarter of a mile. Turn left on
Honking the horn
Avenue.
frantically.
I got you. Go straight. I need to get to the hospital. I got you. I'm gonna get you to the ambulance.
Red light camera reported ahead.
Ooh.
it's hot.
Ooh, wait.
Ooh, wee.
Get your ambulance. That bullet getting hot. I know. That's why I said just pull over. Let me get your ambulance.
Chester Avenue.
That's a real homie right there.
Well, where was this nigga when he was on live? That's
Well-
what I'm trying to see. There's so many questions.
It's a lot of
there's a
it's a lot of holes, but you know,
And why did he let his homie that just got shot drive?
That's what I'm trying. It's a lot of questions with this whole thing.
it's like it's
Okay, because it's like
it's a
he
lot of
just had
questions.
this.
Made him drive himself
He just
to the
had this
hospital.
whole altercation in the project building. Niggas are throwing out. He's pulled the blade out at this point.
Yeah.
so many questions.
Where is his homeboy at? So, because he pulled that blade out like I'm by myself and I'm willing to die about this. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he pulled it out like he had no backup.
He put it out on like 2 other civilians.
Just
You know
to make
what I'm
sure,
saying?
just to make sure
He
they
almost
weren't
started
part
some
of.
shit because even the nigga that had nothing to do was like, "What the fuck, like nigga, I don't got no knife, but fuck you too." Nigga. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, and then so he's clearly Dolo. Where does this nigga come into? Where does his homeboy? Is his homeboy just waiting in the car
In
the
New
whole
York,
time?
you could just spawn a nigga, probably.
But this nigga cared about his health.
Yeah, that's his homeboy.
I'll call the ambulance.
He calculated in his mind like it's harder for us to drive through traffic. We might as well just call him. That's a real partner right there.
As big as New York actually is, it's small to a nigga like Hassan Campbell.
Yeah.
Like he's probably has a homie that's a neighbor to this project builder.
Like he said, he used to live there. His homie was probably, you know, you always have a homie that never leave the projects.
That's true. It's
So
still
they're
weird that
always
this
there.
nigga was spawned, and then there was no gunshots. Even though there were reports that gunshots did ring out around that time period when he was out there.
Yeah.
And then it's like he drove himself, so where did he get hit? Because there was no blood in that video.
There was no blood. He wasn't even crying. Like, you know,
All he said was,
I cried for less pain. Shit.
it's getting hot.
Yeah.
It's getting hot.
So he said, you know
But
what I'm saying?
that's some real shit.
It
you
is.
say. Like,
It
you
is.
know, because a bullet is hot as shit.
But I never been
I
shot.
think that's the first thing that like everybody knows. So it's easy to lie about.
I never been shot, but if I had a fake shot, I'd be like,
It's hot. Yeah, like
hot.
you gotta use the Family Guy, man.
that's like, because you know the magic trick, it's hard for you to see it. But you know what I mean? Like, that's still a good
It
thing
is.
to say. Like, that's still a
Yeah.
smart. That's what you would say if you
Then
got
he
shot.
said I got shot. Because when it first went out, niggas was like, Hassan Campbell got shot on live stream. I said, on live?
Yeah, I was waiting to
Yeah.
see him get shot.
So I'm waiting for the gunshots to ring.
Yeah.
When I saw him in the car, I was like, I'm gonna see glass shards. You know when that?
Yeah.
Because if mind you, if Hassan Campbell was live on Facebook, he would have got shot at in that video. Facebook Lives, it goes down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know,
Instagram is where you just get.
I guess it's like the PG version. But when I heard Hassan Campbell got shot on live, I went to Twitter first because I'm like,
I was just about to say I did the same thing.
because Instagram is not going to be able to give me what I want.
That's where I found
Yeah,
it.
nah.
If he got shot on live, it's going to be on. It's going to be, or at least shot at.
And big, you know, disclaimer: it's fucked up that Hassan Campbell got shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
Like, because
we're talking about it like
we all
So
listen.
lightly and
Yeah,
loosely.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
We
even
all
the,
listen to him. Yeah.
even the fact that like it was like 8 a.m. in the morning when I
Yeah.
like discovered this shit. I'm laying down in my drawers just waiting for a nigga to get shot. Then I was mad I didn't see it.
Yeah, low key,
I
low
was like,
key,
what the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah, that's how I feel. And then
Yeah.
there was a cut too. Like when he was in the car, there was like a video cut. I said, what happened to that video cut?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like video, like live streams don't do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
live streams don't edit.
Yeah, what
Unless
the
it was like a buffer that they took out, but that's just you giving them the best case scenario.
It normally goes
Yeah.
blurry before the buffer happens though.
But if the person who posted it wanted to take the buffer out, like that's the only thing I could think of as to
Yeah.
why to edit that.
Only George Bush getting away with some shit like that.
Not even.
But
now he's in the hospital, right? Y'all had a picture. You showed that picture of him laying in a hospital bed or some shit like that.
let's listen to him. Not even suffer. He looks pretty comfortable.
Homie sleep in the corner.
Let's analyze this video, right?
Yeah, because he's even.
Pull it out. Had a miserable night sleeping in this hospital, boy. Bags looking crazy.
Brains
Looking nasty.
He's still
Face
performing.
in the shape of. But I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
He thinks he won.
Man,
Right.
Hey, beating death is one.
Mr. Checkmate was asleep there. All night.
Where did his homie just disappear? His homie was right there, and then he turned around and he was gone.
reversed the video.
You're like, I'm sick of these edits.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I think now it's just it's just. Oh, this was important. So that laugh was him showing the bullet.
Oh.
Hold up.
So this is the bullet that got me right here. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Why did I never realize
of
this?
cake.
Why did I never realize this now? Hassan Campbell sounds like Ice-T. He kind of has Ice-T a little bit.
I mean,
little
everybody
please.
sounds like Ice-T when they get shot, nigga. That nigga was off the.
piece of cake,
Yeah, nah, everybody sounds like Ice-T when you survive a shooting.
I guess.
Yeah, your lungs
got
are hard
the
to breathe.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
You just got the
He did
irrational
sound like Ice-T.
confidence.
Piece of cake.
He did,
That
bro.
sound like somebody he was saying
Right.
when a case is closed.
Exactly.
A piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
But nah, it is like how you can't fake this, bro. Like, and let's be honest, of all people to fake something like this, you think Hassan is doing it this well?
Well,
Even Saucy Santana.
I think so, and the reason I think so is because like he's so extra all the time.
Yeah.
But
He's
He
not
didn't make
extra.
the head with the head.
He's extra.
Yeah, he's never chilling. He's always lit.
He's
He
extra.
got shot and he's still performing like he's at WWE.
That's what I'm saying. He's still the script is still
Look,
strong.
man, he's extra, but he's not
It's probably not a
elaborate.
script then.
Yeah.
He's not elaborate though. Like this is an elaborate hoax if this is true.
Nigga, he just called
Look
a
at this
hollow
nigga.
tip a piece of cake.
The first words that came out of his mouth.
Got a miserable night sleeping in this hospital, boy.
Look at him.
Bags looking crazy.
Bags.
Face looking nasty.
Braids looking nasty.
Face need to shape up.
He said, yeah, my face need to shape up. My braids looking nasty.
Bro,
my bags looking
It's
terrible.
crazy because all that was true before he got shot.
you know what's
Why is
hey,
it just now like?
Bro, 'cause it's only been 2 days.
You survive death, nigga. You start seeing yourself for your truth.
And even like he really should have said, I got hit in my snot box.
You want to know what's crazy?
What?
Like when I was putting it in the notes, I was trying to think of like his shoulder got popped. He was pop locking his shoulder or
Yeah,
something.
he
Like
might
'cause
have
that's-
some
pop block rock.
have some fly shit to say about
yeah,
it.
because that's what he would do. Like
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, hopefully,
Hit him in the shoulder with the soda shot.
Yeah, and he still even in that video he didn't say where he got hit.
he got hit in the shoulder.
It looked like he got hit
Shoulder.
somewhere over here. Yeah.
See now,
either he was
but it's like
breastfeeding
where
or
the
that's
fuck
what
was
the
the
operation.
blood in that video?
There was blood on the bullet.
But if he got hit in the shoulder when he was driving himself to the hospital,
So when he was driving, he got shot in the hand that was on the steering wheel, which wasn't on the video.
oh, he got shot in the hand.
No, he got shot in the arm that was on the video. I mean, so
We
he
only
got
saw-
shot in his right shoulder.
Yeah.
So the video was like, you know, you couldn't see it,
We only saw his off shoulder, the
Based on
shoulder
the
that didn't
perspective.
get hit.
Got you.
you know. But man, I hope it's very sad. I hope.
Well,
he-
if it is real,
It is real.
It's
He
real.
got shot.
I don't know. I hope he speedy recovery.
He said, I don't know.
I just don't. I don't. It's just kind of crazy.
I don't think like that type of like when them two civilians came down just minding their business. He had a poker behind his back. You can't fake that.
Yeah,
No,
he's as
but-
real as it gets.
Crazy niggas do shit like that though. Like
I'm surprised. Like if it was the 80s, he probably would have had a razor blade under his tongue. He was
Right.
probably one of them niggas that could just
Literally.
I feel like I've seen somebody like downtown
Dominican.
like yelling at themselves. Let me tell you some crazy shit that I saw in LA. LA, I saw Skid Row. It's fucked up. This is just kind of people wilding. It relates to people wilding in the streets. Nigga, I was outside. I was walking past like a 7-Eleven store. It was literally somebody like barefoot, dirty. That was interesting. Like filthy.
Yeah.
Like black and like soot. It looked like there was soot on their
Yeah.
body. They had like several syringes, a crack pipe.
like in them, or they just hang
They're sitting Indian style in front of the 7-Eleven with the shit in front of them on the floor like they set the table. And they were fucking like a crumbled up dollar and they're just like yelling and talking to themselves. I was like, this is crazy.
How close did you get to him when you walked past? Because like he could easily just poke you with an empty needle.
Legit. No,
Now you
legit.
have
They were within range. Like I didn't get within range. Like
Now-
I didn't walk that close,
No.
but if they wanted to, they could just be like,
Now, if
Like
you
literally, like just,
Yeah.
Which one do you? This the hepatitis.
but long story short, niggas is
Yeah.
walking around going crazy with pocket knives on them all the time. That could be normal.
you
That
say,
could be some normal
don't
crazy
compare
shit.
a crackhead to Hassan.
I'm not comparing the crackhead to Hassan. I'm
that
just
was
saying,
a reach. You compared
I'm
a
just
LA
saying,
crackhead to a Brooklyn
I'm just
Puerto
saying
Rican.
it's not that
Understanding me.
outlandish.
Yeah, no, it definitely isn't.
It's
But
probably
hopefully-
happened within the last month here. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully, when he gets out the hospital, he just he kind of does the same thing to himself.
What you mean?
Like he talks about himself in third person.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Hassan got hit with the headshot.
Yeah, can you imagine that shit? And it's like he's dead serious.
Yeah.
And he's talking about how Hassan was feeling.
One of the gangster lines that he said when he was on one of the gangster lines that he said when he was out in front of the project building, he was like, "I'll run this block. Show your face. I'll have 1,000 niggas clear this building out." And I was like, "Oh shit, that was gangster."
Well, you thought that was crazy, and then I'll stab your mother to death.
He was already there. I was expecting him to say anything. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing was off the table.
He
You know what I'm
said,
saying? Like,
he said, I'll throw your mother down a flight of stairs.
that was cake.
Nigga,
That was
what?
That was kind of
That's
gangster.
great.
That's great.
I love it. Yeah, I love that shit.
And that's an old one. You could tell he threw that.
It's old
that was
school.
in the back of his head. You know what I mean?
And it's because he's
So
probably
you told
seen
the bitch
somebody
to
do
land.
it. He's probably seen somebody do it before. Like, imagine like when you start chilling with gangster niggas and you're like, this nigga owes me money, but he keeps ducking and dodging me. You want to know how you get him? Like, casually, throw his mom down a flight of stairs. It works every time.
Because she'll probably survive.
She'll survive, but
she's
she'll be fucked up
enough.
And you will pay.
And back then, when he was a kid, I heard of stories about, Brooklyn back then, bitches was getting, groped and thrown off of buildings. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit,
Actually,
he got groped and thrown off a building, right?
he didn't get thrown off a building. But speaking of niggas get
happening?
Yeah, African.
no. Africa band bottom molested him when he was a kid.
Allegedly.
No, it's confirmed.
Like
100% confirmed.
Like in the
Yes.
the name of the law. I forgot.
yeah,
You said
it was
it.
like-
100%, 100.
I turned Jewish.
1,000% confirmed. African Bambaataa did that, molested him. But speaking of niggas
I seen
dangling,
that shit like they got it on film.
But
And quick
niggas-
fact, did y'all know Bambaataa is like a real tribe?
Yeah.
oh yeah. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Okay.
But that's
You
what
the only one that's not African.
That's what he named. That's why he named himself after it. But speaking of niggas dangling off the ceiling, I'm about to hit the fake the thing.
You.
I saw Chiggs posted this shit, and it literally said it was.
Where'd you get that?
I guess one of the things about who the person that Cassie was dating. Long story short, Diddy dangled Wale off of a building.
Oh my God.
It's like you was about to tell like the full story.
I don't
You was
even-
like,
and
let's
it's
get
just
to
like-
it.
let's
But I
just
did
get-
see that. You talking about that nigga, what's that dude name?
I haven't seen this video yet, so I don't know.
Diddy dangled.
Apparently, Diddy
sounds
dangled
crazy.
a nigga off of a balcony, and then Wale speaks out about being dangled off a balcony by Diddy. So it's like, of all people, it was fucking Wale? I don't know, but we're about to watch this video at the same because I have to get to
It's
this.
this one DC nigga. He be like, rapping and getting in a little beefs and shit.
All right, hold on.
What is his relevance to this story?
I don't know if it's that video.
Oh.
Have everything up there. Whatever you say,
Chiggs
it's gonna be
smooth.
on YouTube.
Shout out to
man.
Chiggs.
What is the truth and what is a lie? Was Wale really hung over the balcony by Diddy? Listen, man, y'all gotta put some respect on my Not Your Brother's name, man. Stop capping over his name. Nobody put hands on him. Nobody hung him over the balcony. Now, last week, while all the news was circulating about Diddy and Cassie, a lot of people started to expose older videos of just how crazy Diddy's stories were. Now, throughout time, a lot of artists and celebrities have told stories about Diddy, their encounters with him. A lot of them we kind of brushed over until now. One story in particular that went viral was Aunt
That
Glizzy talking about an encounter he had with Wale when he was in the studio with Shy Glizzy and Cassie. Now, according to Aunt Glizzy, Wale kind of warned him, telling him, yo, we're about to go to the studio. Diddy might be there. He's a little bit crazy over Cassie. Long story short, Diddy comes in, closes the curtain behind him. Next thing you know, Wale is being dangled over the balcony. Now, everybody ran with the story. Not gonna lie to you guys, Aunt Glizzy told the story very well. It was very
He's a good
detailed,
storyteller.
and he swore on his grandmother. Come on, somebody swears on their grandmother, you gotta believe him. Now, Wale never really came out and said, yo, guys, that's cap. But today he's speaking out and letting people know journalism is dead. Wale tweeted saying, the slow demise of authentic journalism. I used to pray for gullible. Now I'm scared of him. Somebody tweeted Wale saying, yo, they be itching for a story, not even caring about how it will affect someone. Wild trash. Wale responded back saying, wild times. Wale, come on, bruh. Enough with the poetry. All you had to do was confirm or deny the story. We don't need a Shakespearean response, bro. You can't be mad at bloggers for running a story on you. If it's fake, just come out and say it's fake. But when you come out and say things like this is what makes people go, oh, wait, shit, yo, this story might be true. We know Diddy was out here acting crazy. We know he was definitely bullying some of you rappers. Aunt Glizzy even said in the video, yo, it was the same shoes we saw Wale walking with. Was his
What is that?
It's kind of like a weird thing. Like, what should Wale say?
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you
Well,
can't.
it depends on what his goal is.
Because what did he say?
He might be trying to
good
get it
times.
back.
He said good times.
Good times.
That's like a weird statement because he might be saying good times as in like, ha, nigga almost tried to kill me because I fucked this bitch. Like it might be like a weird.
No, he said wild times.
it's same shit.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
he might
No,
be
but
trying
he's still talking about journalism. He said it's the slow demise of authentic journalism. And then he was saying they're itching for a story. Then he was like, wild times that it is for journalism.
But
Yeah.
if he did get dangled over a window, that's how you respond.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Crazy.
Shit was weird.
That is funny.
But
Yo,
nah, I mean,
it's funny that it's funny everybody taking these like.
it's weird.
Doesn't it only seem like people take a shot at journalism when the story is being run about them?
Yeah, but that's probably when you realize that it's bullshit.
And
Right.
that's the only time when
When it matters.
when you should probably speak. Like,
True.
stay out of other people's business.
That is
You
true.
know what
I
I'm
guess
saying?
it's only right.
That's
right?
the rule of Hollywood.
Unless it's one of your homies, but even then, it's like, depends on what he did.
Yeah.
I think it's like this is a completely different conversation, I guess.
We'll tie it back.
But yeah, we'll tie it back. But do you think that with the way that everybody can be a journalist now, they're not really journalists? You know what I'm saying? You know, there's always been that debate where it's just like we didn't go to school for journalism, obviously, right?
Hey, don't say that.
We did go to school for journalism. We're actually the professors of the university. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
School is subjective.
yeah, right. But like
GPA is.
I wonder. I just be wondering, like, is there going to be one of those time periods?
Speculative.
Huh?
No, he's just talking shit.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering if there'll be one of those times when, like, there's like a rise of like we have to bring real journalism back. I wonder if that'll ever be a time, but I don't think so.
That's
Just
right. That's
hope
happening
not.
right now.
That's happening right now.
For sure. I think it's actually crazy. This kind of ties to something else. But Tyler, the creator, he did a little video with 𝛿𝙻𝙰𝙲𝙰𝚃, and he was
Okay.
basically talking about how like rappers need to start talking about rap again. And he was talking about how it's not the journalist's fault, but it's still these platforms' fault not asking about the music, not being real journalists, not looking up, facts, like goofy shit,
But
like their
niggas-
favorite cereal.
Niggas ask about the music. The problem with that is that after a while, it gets corny to ask about the music, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like, describe your sound.
Yeah, it's so limited.
That's one of the most, like, that's a horrible question. I don't know shit about you.
Yeah, I don't even think the best interviews are the ones that are solely based on music. It's just like,
Yeah.
I think at one point they were, because there wasn't even, why would you ask about their relationship status when it's not even a thing that we should be asking about? Like, that doesn't even
Yeah.
register to anybody's brain, because nobody does that. You only ask about music, but now it's like, well, ask him about his personal life, see how that does. And then
It's the
like,
state
oh,
of the world right now.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? To where it's like, there's only so much. How long can we carry an hour conversation about
Yeah.
just music?
No. Well,
Like,
maybe if
you
it's
could-
two
to a-
music connoisseurs,
But if
and
you
like you're
talk-
talking
It's a
about
much
music
small-
history and all that
Yeah,
shit.
it's a much smaller market.
But just talking about your music, like we could talk about that maybe for like 15, 30 minutes. But
yeah.
after a while, I don't want to hear you talk about your music. Like, nigga, I'll listen to it and decide if I like it.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
trying to see if I like you as a person.
Right, a 30-minute interview of just talking about just your music is not going to sell me on the sound.
Like,
But
just
that
play the
also-
fucking song. It takes 2 minutes and
Yeah,
I know everything I need to know about your music.
But that also depends on the artist and how you feel about who you're interviewing. You know what I mean? As the interviewer. Because it's like, if I had to interview like Future, I could definitely talk a whole hour
About music.
About
like,
music.
nigga, what was happening around? You
I see
know
what
what
you're
I'm
saying.
saying?
Yeah, right,
Like,
right.
And you said I need to get as high as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What were you trying to avoid?
The real me.
Your music has to be good. Your
Yeah.
music
Who
has
is
to
the
be
real
good
you?
enough to even be able to carry a conversation
You know
about
what I
music
mean?
for that long.
Yeah.
A lot of these
Or
niggas is
not
coming
even-
out with microwavable music.
Not even good enough, but the person asking has to be thoroughly interested in the music.
But good
like,
enough too.
the reason it will work for Future with us because we love Future's music.
Right.
But it's good enough. Being good is part of it. But
Yeah.
being good is subjective.
Subjective too. Yeah, that's true.
But overall, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if it's real or not, but I mean, Diddy's stories, I don't know if anybody's going to actually make it to court. Cassie filed the civil lawsuit. That got settled within 24 hours. Another story is
What's
popped
the
up.
fastest a lawsuit has been closed? I feel like there's got to be up there. Record, at
By
least
a
like
black man?
top 5.
by a black man.
Ooh, that makes it top 2.
Oh yeah, that's the most important part. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Fuck.
Yeah.
24
And granted, I
hours?
mean, that shouldn't be. It's not a good thing this got settled so fast due to the context of the situation. But regardless, hopefully justice gets served. You feel me? Like, it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to be like, oh, justice not getting served when this has been happening for longer than I've been alive.
Yeah, the whole Diddy thing, it's like a lot of egregious things have come out of throughout the years.
Why now?
But now it's always a good dog pile time. You know what I'm saying? Like
all it takes is a couple people.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it's just
and then it's just compound
it's hard to
interest.
stop. It's hard to stop a dog pile. Like once 1 to 2 major people like jump on, and it's just like.
And then solid stories is like
it's the side stories.
The stories is like the biggest part.
It's the
because
validity
it's so
of the
many
stories.
It's so many like Cassie is talking about how I had to fuck in front of the maid, and now it's other maids that like might have not been around it, but because that word maid was now
they've heard it.
To it.
Or Cuddy comes out and he's like, "Shit, now my car blew up mysteriously one day." It's like all these side mission stories. You're like, nigga,
niggas was saying like, yo, Kid Cudi, you fed, but for admitting to that shit, because he told the police like, yeah, Diddy probably
and nothing happened.
Blew up my car.
Yeah, but did anybody look at Kid Cudi to not be a fed? Like,
I mean,
nigga, if you blow Kid Cudi's car up, he's telling somebody.
It's full snitching, but you're just saying like, why would you volunteer that information?
Yeah, unprovoked.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with that. I mean, people were saying that, and I guess the rule of snitching, I guess. That counts.
The real street niggas were bothered by it.
It's mathematically correct.
Yeah, for sure.
Real street niggas was bothered by this nigga who makes music about the moon.
Yes.
Told that a nigga blew his car up. Like, what expectation did you put on Kid Cudi?
I mean, he's the lonely stoner nigga.
I'm not gonna lie. There's like one part of me that's like, it's corny. There's one part of me that's like, it's fucked up, and I hope all the stories are kind of real about Diddy because I like a good documentary.
Yeah.
And a good rendition.
You like a good documentary, or you like to see a black man fall?
Not that.
Attack him. Expose this nigga.
Nah, it's both.
You would like to see a brother prosper.
No, bro. If everything is true, y'all understand? Like, this is a movie.
Yeah, this would be fine.
This shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's lived a life that I thought was only in movies up in 2023 type shit.
And
you know
then
what
you
I'm
realize he's the life that movies base movies off of.
Yeah.
Because it had to happen at least once for the story to be out there.
How do we get these ideas?
You get what I'm saying? We ain't just...
And we know the mafia's gone. You know what I'm saying? All that's been disbanded and stuff. But that doesn't mean there's not...
Technically.
There's not bosses out here. Yeah, there's still not high crime family or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, what if he did run some shit like that? That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
that's a crazy movie. It's a crazy documentary.
It's because he's a crazy guy. Like
it makes it all the better.
That's all it takes, really.
And it's 2023. We have so much 1080, like we have so much 4K footage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, plenty.
It's different when you're piecing the fucking newspaper feeds together. You know what I'm saying?
And
it's like
you can't even shoot a nigga and have him just die. Like you'll leave and he'll go on Instagram Live and talk about what happened,
or from the back of the ambulance or some shit.
But how y'all feel about Slim Thug? Kind of,
what did he do? He kind of went in on Cassie.
Everybody
right?
was mad at him for basically saying that nigga, all these bitches lying. That's what he said.
Is that what he said?
All of these bitches lying. I'll get it, but that's basically for all intents and purposes. But he was like, man, all these bitches lying, man. They had years. Basically, what people were saying with the R. Kelly shit, like, man, they had years to expose them, or even Bill Cosby. Like, why they choosing now to expose them? He was kind of using that rhetoric, but
so he probably just didn't think about it.
But it was a lot.
I don't know why he was saying that because it's like
that sounds like a half baked thought, right?
Yeah, because
I think he was driving when he.
If you've been like raped, molested, it's like
diddled, dangled.
How can we say when you're? I can't tell you to do it immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
You don't know how they processing what happened.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like
it's a tricky situation.
Yeah, it's crazy to say somebody has to have some sort of some turnaround time on like something that could traumatize them like that mentally, and physically. You know what I'm saying?
It's a tricky. It's a weird, like,
especially somebody like Cassie who's been around since she was like underage allegedly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which makes this.
It could be grooming at its finest.
Oh, is that it was? It was definitely that.
And the thing is, if she loses, she has something to lose. Like if she comes out, nobody believes it.
That nigga was her world for
court.
damn near 20 years.
And that's the thing. Like, she was gonna leave with something.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was ever.
She deserved to leave with something.
It's never gonna be Diddy in jail. And that's why I kind of think like it was smart to take the money route. But
well, yeah, and she deserved to leave with something because anybody with a nigga with this many stories attached to them that could possibly be true.
I want to.
And with that being said,
she knows where the bodies are hid.
Like I get what you're saying, but at the same time, if she cared about at least ruining this nigga's reputation, because even if he doesn't go to jail, but this shit goes to trial and a lot of truth comes out, people are gonna start to look at Diddy with it like, okay, it's confirmed. Like,
yeah, you have to stop it before it gets to court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then it's just like I forgot what video it was, but like the bitch is basically like a vampire. You get what I'm saying? Like she bit the nigga, now he's gonna die eventually of poison.
Right.
Everybody's just gonna be trying to get a piece of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
she opened him up.
I didn't even I never heard this, but you're gonna see.
Cosby
Slim
coming
Thug.
back and getting Puff. I don't believe in that, man.
Oh, man.
When shit go down, speak on that shit right then, or it's out of there. It should be null and. Boy, you shouldn't even have no type of nothing. You shouldn't be able to do shit unless you let the people know what happened immediately. There should be a time limit on this shit.
That's kind of crazy.
What happened was you got around them stand up on love shit. This is what happened. I'm gonna tell you what always happened, right? You was with a billionaire with all this bread all this time, and then you followed your heart with a trainer. That motherfucker apartment got smiled in the bitch, that lifestyle fell off, now it's struggle time, the love wearing off, and now you trying to come up with ways to figure out how to get paid. Now I'm healed and I can talk about it. I want to expose niggas in my books. You did that. You participated. You ain't say for nothing. You did that. So stand on that, man. Quit trying to expose people for money. Like, what the... Nah, that apartment got small. You and that dude you left for love. You let your homegirls hype you up. When
he going in on her.
Yeah.
See, this is a big caveat. I want to be, he's from Texas.
Yeah.
So the pimping is a little bit more...
It's a little bit more...
They
regal.
laid down thicker.
It's a little bit more regal down there.
They laid
Old
down
school.
a little thicker.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
But the thing
he was
is,
going in like that was his. Like Diddy was his nigga for real.
Yeah, for real. Like they might have partied together.
Yeah.
The thing with him is that like he's kind of right, but it's because it's some women who use this for that as a payday, as a way to get some PR, and it kind of ruins it for the women who are like they struggle for 3 years to should I even do this?
Well, this is a thing too. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was about to say, this is the thing, too. It's like, the one thing that he did say that I definitely agree with is you participated, but at the same time, she might not have been in a position, or participation might have been the only option. You know what I'm saying? And it's like...
Get your Nissan Altima blown up.
Right. And remembering how young she was when she got there, it's like, even if she did do it as a payday, she kind of... She knows more than everybody else. She knows more than everybody else. You better pay her. You know what I'm saying? It's
women
like,
are impressionable, especially when they're 14. Niggas.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
what I'm saying. Right,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
You got it right.
yeah, he better. Like, she doesn't deserve that shit. It's
crazy, right?
Even if half the shit was true that she put that he abused her or whatever.
Yeah.
Even if half that shit's true, that nigga comes off crazy insensitive. Like,
Yeah.
Even if it's not all true, even if one of those incidents, because they were all some pretty graphic instances where it's like, nigga, this is creative. Like, like you're an experienced woman beater. To do some of the things because it's like you've learned how to get creative.
Yeah,
with this,
like you got sleight of hand methods.
Yeah, it's
like you know where to hit them.
You
to
don't
where
just
it's
smack.
Like,
you do certain psychological plays, including the slaps. Like, so yeah.
Said if she fucking up, he hit her with a.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She
some scary
reboot.
shit. So yeah, I don't know. Slim Thug jumping out the window like that, like he was in that relationship, was kind of crazy.
Yeah, not like he was so sure nothing happened.
Because he comes from a land where hoes stand on business,
or he comes from a land.
That's true as well too.
So it's like his ideology of the game is like, bitch, you stand on business. You was with the pimping before.
Yeah.
Now
true.
you know.
Now you want to switch up because you feel like you were traumatized.
I didn't know that she was fucking with a trainer, white man.
The whole trainer, yeah, and then he went so hard on the trainer thing too.
Because
it was like
that's a real thing. Like
yeah,
you
that
went from
is
Diddy
switch up
to a trainer.
That's true. That's true.
Like that's a fall.
It is, but at the same time, when you were at the top for so long, it might not have been worth it.
No, but she's been like, what's the word? Like tricked You know, like
or impressionable or whatever,
She's
or molded,
what's
whatever.
She's been manipulated.
Manipulated, yeah. Into that
abused.
life, into that life, the everything, the abuse, the
And what's that syndrome and like
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. So she's probably feeling that a little bit too.
Yeah, it's a lot of things
Diddy
that
and the lifestyle.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
a lot
what
of
I
things that could be possible just based off of Some thug is kind of tripping. I think a bitch might have done him wrong recently, and he was like, you know what, I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It felt like he just went through something kind of similar.
Hey, Slim Thug's still playing child support. That's why he's mad.
or something like that.
He
Where
on that
he was
level.
like, and then he saw this happen to Diddy. He said, you know what, I'm gonna defend all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Literally, because he just seen himself in Diddy.
Right,
Because your experience peppers your experience. Like, if he had a daughter that something crazy happened to, but like she waited to talk about it, and then found out, he probably have a completely different perspective on
That's
that
a
shit.
fact. That's a fact. But yeah, we're about to cut this and we'll come back because we'll have a different setup. White man just got here, so we'll holler at y'all. We'll be right back.
Yeah, white man came in here with a bitch on a leash. We'll be right back. You gotta have this
looks firmer.
But all right, we'll be back.
Yeah, so we're back in the building. Let me do that again. We're back in the building. Please get that in.
Yeah.
But we have a special guest, the legend. We have two of them. One, the white man's here.
Yeah,
And
white
then
man.
The man, the myth, the legend, Danny from the Stop.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Momentous occasion. I live on the intersection of content creation and hate, and so it's cool to be with the pinnacle of podcasters, Tone Groove, Jay Nobles, Lauren, and AJ the Menace.
Yes,
it's
sir.
a collaboration.
It's beautiful.
Always.
I thought he was going to say, I'd love to be at the pinnacle of hate. I was about to say, you're in the right place, my brother. That's what we do here, 35 episodes deep.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But nah, man, if y'all watch us, y'all definitely know who Danny from the Stop is.
That's
so,
a whole
big
fact.
shout out to Danny.
And make sure y'all get in the description. Go ahead, follow his channel because it will be down there as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the bell real quick.
It's back.
We're back. All right, so Danny, the reason we called you is because I was explaining to Jay Nobles and Tone that there's a lot going on with Joe Budden and Diddy, and I don't understand what the whole big deal is right now. So I know that I keep seeing these old clips of Joe Budden talking about somebody having sexual allegations up in the Def Jam buildings or whatever. For some reason, it seems like it's related to Diddy on some. I don't understand what the fuck's going on, so I need your clarity on this.
Please paint this picture.
Yeah, paint the picture.
We need a brief synopsis.
Why are they bringing up old clips? And then I know there was a new episode that was put behind the paywall, and then you just kind of gave me some game earlier on what might have happened with that, so you can kind of fill us in from that vein.
Oh, yeah, the old clip of Joe Budden talking about somebody getting nasty at Def Jam is about L.A. Reid.
That's what it was.
If y'all don't remember, Joe Budden used to be signed to Def Jam, and L.A. Reid was kind of the man that he said sidetracked his career because he wanted him to make more pop hits. But anyway, L.A. Reid was caught in some allegations himself and had to pay out, and Joe Budden was very vocal about it. So when this Diddy allegation happened, a lot of people were expecting him to take that same route. And yeah, people love calling people out online. So, and now with the Diddy episode being shelved, episode 676, and being released on Patreon only, and also being heavily edited, it caused a lot of backlash from the fans, people who don't have the Patreon, and then the people who have the Patreon were going to war. There was a schism. And on top of that, today, right as you guys are recording, the episode leaks due to a mistake made by whoever uploaded the podcast to the RSS feed. And now everybody's like, why did you not air that? Because I actually just listened to the 23-minute clip, and it seemed fine. It didn't seem like anything worth taking out. But, yeah, it's just a bad look for now. Now this becomes a systemic issue. Like, why did somebody at the podcast upload it?
Yeah.
It just seems like,
So wait, the whole part they clipped out has been leaked. Because just like you, Danny, I don't know if you noticed about me. This is Lauren speaking, white man on the boards. I'm an avid Joe Budden listener. I'm a patron, but I'm a $5 tier, so I don't do too much. Mm. You're not fully committed. Yeah, I'm not all the way in there, but I'm in there. And yeah, I'm a little poor. That's fine. But I didn't know that. So you're saying that everything technically everything they clipped out, they have a leak right now where all of it's available.
Yeah, so the Monday Patreon drops, right?
Yeah,
and
I watched it.
It appears like earlier in the day, the RSS feed, somebody posted the episode 676 that they did not release on Saturday, unedited, and it was supposed to be the Patreon. It's even called Naptown, which is the name of the Patreon episode, but it was actually episode 676. And somebody, a genius out there, an angel who walks among us, decided to clip it before they take it down. And that part is all over the internet right now.
Perfect.
How do you feel about this? Being that, like, I believe Joe Budden has said, like, you know, real media needs to stay real media, you know, like, you know, true journalism and shit. We were just kind of just talking about true journalism.
We were, yeah.
But how do you feel about this, like, on like a journalism level?
I don't know. I always walk a fine line because I know in my comment section, people call me a journalist, like I'm Ed Bradley from 60 Minutes, and I'm really a content creator. I don't know if I fall into that bucket. I don't know if we fall into that bucket, but I think people hold us to that. And I think Joe Budden is held to that. And hey, man, he got to look out for his platform. I understand, like, as someone who has to manage even people who, like, I got to deal with what Joe Budden thinks about my content now in ways that I didn't think about when I started 2 years ago.
True.
Like, and even if I don't want to acknowledge it, I got to watch what Rory and Maul think. I got to be like, is this? So that's a frank conversation. Like, I don't think y'all can go up there and call Charlamagne all types of names and all that. You got to have a certain tact. And I think that's what Joe executed. Like, I don't expect him to trash Diddy. But the pushback I do have is that in the leaked episode, it really wasn't anything serious.
Yeah.
So it was really calm. It was actually good podcasting. I thought it was a great episode had they left it in. So that is my pushback, is like, it wasn't that crazy. You should have just released it.
Yeah.
Was there anything that sounded like it could have been directed at somebody else that we just wouldn't have known the insight on?
Oh, like added a new person to the fold or something like that?
Or something that was like underneath where only the person the shot was taken at could understand? Did it feel like anything like that was in there?
No, I just I think what Joe Budden had said Saturday on his Instagram Live was that he was trying to protect his co-host. And I think Ice took a stance that was
he did. We
pretty,
listened.
yeah.
Well, he took a pretty firm stance. Like, he said straight up, I believe everything Cassie said. Like,
yeah,
we listened to that before we started on Reddit, and I was like, damn, this nigga, like, he didn't even. There was no allegedly, there was no maybe. That nigga said, I believe her, period. So
he said hashtag believe all women.
Yeah, so he definitely took a firm stance. I heard that for sure. But Joe, you don't think Joe took a firm stance in his in that 28 minutes you listened to?
I don't think he took as firm a stance as Ice, but I do think he fulfilled his obligation as a podcaster.
Okay.
Talking about why did Diddy even let this get to the point where all the things were in public? He should have had that 30 million ready as soon as Cassie asked for it. So he was still doing his thing. So I'm not mad at it. But I'm mad at it not coming out. That was weird.
Yeah, so it didn't even come out. Yeah,
and not letting it come out probably just adds fuel to the fire, or like whatever lore and conspiracy is already there.
True.
Because then we just speculating like this has got to be terrible. They took it out.
And speculating is always good for views and more, especially if you're gonna drive. Because he put that behind the $25 level. The original episode, he put the original episode behind the $25 level.
Yeah, too tall for Lauren to get.
I think he might have. Did Lauren? Ask Lauren.
He put it behind the $5 tier. I saw it.
Oh, it was the lowest tier.
Oh yeah, it was available. Yeah,
normally,
sure.
yes, that's what he's done. So normally those exclusive episodes, they're going to be on the lowest tier.
On the lowest tier.
Yeah,
so everybody gets it.
Yeah, because you want a low buy-in because you know you're getting every buy-in. You know what I'm saying? So it does make sense.
Yeah. I think he wants to create like a low tension point, so that way, hey, if I do ever go full Patreon, you could be like, it's just $5 to get the episode as opposed to there.
It's smart. It's smart. And I just go to you, Danny, for anything past $5.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people do that.
Shit. Yeah, now you like an OnlyFans leak plug. Just getting everybody these pictures of these titties.
God's word.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So did you feel was the episode late as well?
The episode was late. I feel like Joe was pivoting the whole day. He was like, I'm going to release it early on Saturday. And then it was 7 o'clock. Then it was 8 o'clock and it finally came out.
He was really toying with niggas.
He was, bro, because I was looking. I was refreshing. I was refreshing like a motherfucker, yo. I was like, God damn.
I'm not mad at that.
You probably almost subscribed to a higher tier.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah,
Like, I was like, I wonder what he did with this shit.
Yeah, just to make sure you didn't miss it. Yeah. But that's funny though. Do you think? I mean, obviously, you think Joe leaked the You think Joe leaked the 28 minutes? I think he did. This is not like leaks. Leaks are easy. Like people leak on purpose.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I think
yeah.
we're all on that point at this. We're all just, nobody believes a real leak. Like an engineer stole a hard drive. Nobody believes that anymore.
Not all the time. You know, it's probably happened before.
It's probably happened, but that was the original, and then they were like, "Oh, that was pretty good marketing campaign." You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
So now it's just like, I'm sure he did it himself, but yeah, I do wonder why they didn't leave that in there originally. You think niggas are scared of Diddy for real?
Yeah, I think people are scared of Diddy. He's a billionaire, and he owns Revolt TV. He doesn't. I feel like he's. Well, I hope they don't come for me, but I feel like he's kind of a figurehead for Revolt TV. Yeah. But still, you can't really say much about him. So yeah,
Danny,
I didn't say that. You
might want to let somebody else check your car before you get in that. I was about to say that might have just set you up. You might get Kid Cudi.
Hell yeah, damn, that's crazy. Well.
I'm curious. Like, did you read like what was said about him and what he did? Like, did you read the court orders and shit?
I read some of it. Yes, it appears like Cassie was kind of on her sex worker wave. Allegedly.
I was about to say, like, I've heard like just crazy stories about Diddy, like on Twitter. Like, what's the craziest shit you've heard about Diddy? Like with all this shit coming out.
I mean, as a New Yorker, Diddy has a boogeyman persona. Yeah. When you talk about the City College incident, City College is a very popular college out in New York City where he was a party promoter back in the day. And apparently he sold tickets that were way more than the venue could handle. And there was a stampede and people lost their lives. Okay. There was also the Nas You Could Hate Me Now video where Steve Stout allegedly... he had depicted Diddy as Jesus in the video, and Diddy didn't like that, so he went upside his head with a bottle, allegedly.
Crucified.
I remember that.
Yeah, there's also when his son didn't make it or wasn't getting playing time at UCLA.
Yeah,
so then he took a dump. That's pretty crazy. So so I don't know, man. He's kind of a scary figure.
He seems like a dangerous nigga, bro.
And Danny seemed like a journalist the way he just told all them stories.
Bro, and remember J. Cole got into a fight with him in the club. And it's like, nigga,
oh yeah, that's another one.
J. Cole is fighting niggas? Like,
bro, Diddy of all people.
Diddy of all people, which means...
Cole of all people.
Yeah, Cole. It was really Cole of all people.
Like, the nigga probably rode a bike to that club. You gonna fight.
Yeah, bro.
Right. Like, if you lose that fight, how you gonna ride home?
Yeah, Diddy, Drake. Mm-hmm. He be putting hands on niggas.
I think what happens with Diddy is that this is the first time we've heard multiple things at once about the nigga. It's usually just peppered out throughout the year.
It's scattered throughout.
Like he's smacking nigga in July, and then he might have a gay allegation in October. Yeah. It's enough time in between to where it's like you're not just putting it all together as one case.
Yeah.
Well, everything coming back up right now,
and it's coming from the judicial system. Like, nigga, this is some real shit.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's some real shit. It's crazy. Damn, it's crazy.
And he paid that bitch in a day.
Hey, yo, Danny, what you think? Like what's Q1 for Diddy? Like, what is he doing Q1? Like, is he just moving, just still popping, locking,
paying a lot of people?
You know what I mean?
I think he's laying low. I don't think now's the time to drop another album or any of that stuff.
You know, fuck all that.
I believe you gotta just hope that something else crazy happens, which usually does happen at the beginning of the new year. Something crazy. People usually pass away around the new year.
That is true.
So, so I'll just wait for that. And then maybe next summer pop off. But he might never rebound from this as far as being the unclean persona. I mean, he did just get that MTV award where they gave him the anniversary award, the Icon Award.
I was about to say, dog, like some things you can't bounce back from. Like this is crazy.
I don't know, man. He got social media on his side, bro.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, like, I don't know, dog. Like,
and I just mean
what black man?
Work.
This might be like Diddy might be the only black man who has achieved so much slander.
Yeah, who's been unscathed,
but like
unscathed.
has still managed to survive
because he just stays quiet about it.
Nah, that can't be it. He killed. Whoa.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that
Whoa.
was
Oh,
You
buddy,
didn't
chill,
even-
chill, chill,
you didn't even say
Slow
it,
down.
but we knew what was about to happen.
Slow down.
We all knew you should stop.
Nigga, Biggie died of diabetes. Ain't nobody
I know that was a joke, but regardless, he gets rid of people, obviously. But for real, let's be honest, nigga.
Allegedly, but
Let's be honest.
He's got an eraser.
But damn, that is crazy. Well, shit, man. We appreciate you calling in, kind of catching us up on that. Because I honestly,
for sure.
It's like I have been seeing this shit, and then I'm confused because just like you said, it was Steve Stout. I would be seeing that old clip go viral, and I'm like, why the fuck why are people talking about this? I didn't realize they were using that as like the barometer of what level Joe needs to be going at on the mic in terms of Diddy. Because I was like, why is that so serious? Like,
Yeah.
it's confusing as hell.
What was the connection between that?
Yeah, what was the connection? But it makes sense
Yeah.
now. How you think Joe is closing out the last quarter?
It's been a crazy month or two for Joe, man.
Yeah,
Crazy year for Joe.
Yeah, Joe been going up. Like, he's closing out strong, yo. And then
Yeah.
And then did he do any scary hours? Because Drake dissed him again. So did he?
He talked about it briefly.
He did. It was brief though.
Yeah, he ain't really.
Well, it's
talking about it.
interesting
Go ahead.
because there's a couple things that happened with the Scary Hours album review. Right on the podcast,
Okay.
he seems like he don't want to talk about it. He's like shrugging his shoulder.
Okay.
But on the Twitter space, he was taking some kind of shots. He was calling Scary Hours Mood Music 29. He said I think he was hinting that, you know, Drake had all this. I'm just doing the science.
Right. Right.
he was hinting that Drake had all this bad things to say about his review, but then he essentially makes the album that Joe Budden wanted him to make. So that seems like what he was hinting at. Yeah.
And I can see that because I've only heard good things about Scary Hours, and honestly, if it's like he probably just took all the suggestions and actually did it. You know what I'm saying? And then at that point, Joe won. If I made you all, if you were mad at some of the things that I said, and then all of a sudden the next 6 tracks have none of those, it's like I won.
Mm-hmm.
You literally took my coaching session,
Yeah.
even though you like blanked out in the comments and shit. You took my coaching session and you apply it.
It's like when your girl mad at you, but she
Yeah.
can't open the pickle jar.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how-
Yeah.
That's how Joe wins a lot of his battles, is that he says something outlandish and then the people emulate them. Like Rory and Mal, they emulate
true.
some of the critiques. Charlemagne, and he just has a loud voice, and it penetrates people's psyche no matter what they say publicly.
fact.
So,
That is a good point. And that's why a lot of his wins, I hate a nigga that gets wins like that. Like,
Yeah, he's getting in the back end.
yeah, he's getting the back end
Yeah.
win, and it's the critique win that it's so foolproof. It's like me telling you, shape up your studio is not a diss. It's only gonna help you. So
Right.
anytime you do it, niggas are gonna be able to pull that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
pull that
Like,
card like Joe did say. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And like, because Drake pretty much would have had to drop another album that was just like the last one to
Yeah.
spit in his face, but he dropped 6 that Joe probably liked. You know what I'm saying? It
Some
was
shit you
like,
can smoke some angel dust too.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's a couple different things, like, because one, Drake could have already had those songs.
Could
He
have,
did, like,
and
apparently
just
he
decided
those-
not to do it.
He didn't?
He said he didn't.
Oh, well, I guess he didn't. You
Yeah.
know, white man said I fight.
Yeah.
But I guess Joe did something.
Yeah, yeah,
I guess
exactly.
that's the point.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
even
Thank
on
you,
your
Vaughn.
point, even if he already had the songs, he might not have arranged them like that without Joe's input.
I mean, arranging them isn't right, but
Yeah.
it's still a
Or he
good
might
look,
not have
though.
chose those specific songs, even though he already had them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
it's interesting though. The album just sold like 100,000 first week. I don't know if that's good for Drake, but
It's
hey,
good for
Talking about
2023.
scary
Yeah, it's-
hours did.
Yeah,
Sure. That's
it's
great.
It's good because it's a deluxe. So there's
Yeah.
only 6 new records.
That's good.
So that's
Yeah.
that's really good.
That's really
He's
good.
pretty much he pretty much re-rocked the shit.
He
You know what I'm
finessed
saying?
everybody.
You think, damn, my bad. But you think the moment, like, we stop giving Drake that, like, because, like, this nigga been doing it for 2 decades. So,
Been
like,
going for crazy.
you think the moment we go, like, you know, it doesn't even matter what his numbers is anymore, you think that's when he started to decline? Or, like, the fact that we kind of still hold those numbers over him? Like, those first
The
week
person-
numbers?
I think that's when he might start to like really
Go
ride
artistic.
into that next wave and like get
The
in his
artistic
bag.
wave.
No,
Yeah.
he's not Andre 3000. He's not Squidward going around, nigga, with a flute being sad and shit.
No, but I think the whole numbers conversation is only academics made that part of regular conversation, talking about a nigga's first week numbers. I feel like
Or
nobody.
50 Cent.
He's the
50 Cent,
50 Cent too. Yeah,
50 Cent too.
That's what they
About
whole
that.
the whole Kanye rivalry was. Like,
Yeah,
who's gonna
that's
sell
right.
the most?
I forgot that was like that.
It became a
But
flex.
I was just thinking, like, you think that kind of keeps Drake, on edge? The fact
Possibly.
that people still care
Possibly,
about his
yeah, because it's like-
he's 20 years in the game. Realistically, that shouldn't even be a thing.
Yeah,
that
it shouldn't even
people
be
talk
a
about.
conversation piece. But it's like it's a conversation piece, and that's only because he's still doing so well.
Yeah.
Like if he was just doing 100,000 on all drops in the first week, that's nothing to talk about. But he's still doing 250 in the first week.
Yeah.
So that's where niggas is like, he's still killing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, he's a
'Cause-
victim of his success.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So doing 250 in the first week, no matter, it's like now we're just impressive. You keep clocking these fucking high
Yeah,
numbers. You know what I'm
LeBron is in
saying?
year 21. He dropped 37. It's
Exactly.
like, goddamn,
yeah,
nigga.
it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason why.
Yeah, I was about to say. And there's no heir apparent.
Yeah, he's
Right.
he's way past the point where he can make his own, and he does make his own free form projects. Like, Sorry Nevermind, a whole house album, that was for him. He knows he knew a majority of people wouldn't receive it well. So he's already at the point where he's kind of doing whatever he wants.
Nah, that was for the bitches he's gonna fuck in the future.
Or it was
in
for the
DR.
what did he say on? He said on like one of them songs, he was like, "Nigga, that was an overseas bag. I was concerned. I was
Yeah.
securing. Relax. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
He was thinking about them BBLs.
yeah, you didn't like it, but the rest of the globe did. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
So it's whatever. But hey, man, we appreciate you calling in, Danny, dropping in on. It's been a little overdue anyway. So, you know what I'm saying?
No problem, man. Keep doing your thing. Hold it down, man.
I'm about to
yeah.
say, man, good talking to you, man. Stay healthy, stay hydrated and shit.
All that.
Keep kicking
All
back.
right, man. Peace.
I appreciate the context, Pippin. Yeah, this nigga told him to stay thirsty,
fuck
my
you.
friend.
This shit fucked him up. You heard it? It's like,
Yeah.
stay healthy. I mean, yeah. Niggas never. Nigga want me to really be a good person.
Yeah.
Really be a healthy human
He
being.
said, spread the love, good brother.
Where did I say I was gonna go next? I can't remember. Oh,
What makes the most sense?
All right, let me know when. I'm going to open it up. All right,
it's
it's
ready
good.
to go. Ooh, it's a little loud.
Yeah.
But y'all wanted to do Bray Idiots, the most recent Bray Idiots episode.
Oh, yeah.
With Ivy Rivera. I didn't watch it, but you have some strong opinions on it.
Nah, my opinions are actually kind of loose because I only watched 14 minutes of it, which is the
that's-
problem.
That's
Right,
as
right.
far as you could get, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I
like,
watched 10, nigga.
I do like the idea of when
man.
Andrew Schultz is not there, like they still attempt to put something out.
Yeah.
And it's Charlemagne, like he's on there doing Ask Idiots and shit. That's cool. But like, I don't like it. Like, did you listen to the first time that they did this, Lauren?
Yeah.
Was it
the
just-
one where
yeah.
Jess Hilarious popped in?
Okay, so I was about to say, was he by himself or did somebody pop
We
up?
all saw that
That's
one.
what he
Jess
was doing,
Hilarious we saw.
asking idiots and shit, yeah.
Maybe Just Hilarious was just a better guess, but
She's a better guess.
yeah, Ivy Rivera bored the shit out of me. I was like, God damn, I want to like you,
Yeah.
but this shit is just horrible. Like,
But the crazy thing is, I didn't watch the episode at all just because I just didn't get to it. I
because
haven't.
Andrew wasn't there. That's,
Yeah, well, not even that, but it's just like I just missed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
this is the one to miss.
I remember when Ivy Rivera, I remember when she at least was first on the podcast, and I don't remember her being an annoying listen.
Nah, it wasn't.
No,
but
she's not
That's
normally.
also because Andrew Schultz was there. It's like
true.
That's also because Charlemagne was a different man at the time.
that too, but it's like I feel like even if Ivy was here and Schultz was here, and not even the same episode because they wouldn't do Ask Idiots the whole time.
It'll be a completely
but like
different
just them
episode.
three,
Yeah.
it would still be good.
Yeah, it still would, but you can't say that Charlemagne back then wasn't different than he is now. Like,
Oh, I'm not saying that.
back
Oh,
then
yeah.
on his own, he would carry that show on his own in a better way.
For sure.
Well, this is what the last 2 weeks because it's been like 2 weeks in a row that Schultz hasn't been there. And has it been 2 weeks or it was like every other week?
Nigga been preparing for this
It's been
set.
like every other
It was
week.
like every
I
other
think it was
week.
every other week. I think he was
Yeah.
there last week, but they
Yeah.
not about to have another episode for like the next 2 weeks or something
Yeah.
like that.
Till like
Oh.
'Cause, you know, it's,
December.
it's,
Oh, yeah, it's
it's the end
holiday-
of the quarter, like
Yeah.
holidays.
It's
Schultz is on tour worldwide. And,
And they might
everything
just
is
do
happening.
best of after that, so we might not even get
Yeah,
real
it's gonna be-
shit.
it's gonna
we might
be a
get one
compilation.
new episode, and then the next one won't
That's
be till
true.
January type shit.
Yeah, the year's over pretty much.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
say,
true.
good thing
It's-
y'all got us. You know what I mean? In case y'all bored.
your favorite podcast companion.
Patreon is $5.
Yeah, man. Shit, we might pick it up if everybody else is gonna slow down.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? we might give y'all some extra content on the Patreon.
But I was wondering if we could watch like 20 seconds of it to really see how
Yeah,
I
let's
do
get
kind of
into this.
just, I do kind of just want to jump into it. Yeah,
I
just-
wish we could find the part where she said that she is
Where
necessary
she's
on
paid-
set because she's a vibe.
Yeah, I wish we
She's
could
an everlasting
Somebody might have a
feeling.
timestamp though. Let's check the comments.
Yeah, maybe somebody hating on Reddit.
Yeah.
Is she white? God
No,
damn.
she's Rivera, niggas.
Yeah, it's Hispanic, Puerto Rican, something.
White passing, so thank you.
Nah, now when she speaks in too much trendy lingo to be mistaken as a Mexican.
Nah.
Without Schultz, ain't no idiots. Look forward to Charlotte and Schultz every week. Might as well listen to Breakfast Club if Drew isn't there.
God damn.
Let me tell y'all something about
Why you make the Breakfast Club feel like a diss?
Right. Let me tell y'all something about, like, it's so funny, like, being named Andrew. It's like, we've never heard Andrew Schultz refer to himself as Drew. Like, niggas will just shorten your name. Like, I've been some places and niggas start calling me Drew, and I'm like, nobody calls me Drew.
You didn't ask for
You know what I'm saying?
You didn't ask for consent.
You didn't even ask me. Like, it's just niggas do shit like that.
You don't even look like that. You don't even walk like a Drew.
Right?
Yeah, you're not a Drew.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
You're more of an AJ.
And Andy is just like, absolutely no.
Oh, that's just demasculinized.
I've never even thought about calling you that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, I've known you for 12 years.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, bro.
You know why? Because you respect your friend.
Right, yeah,
you never call that nigga Andy. That shit sounds sweet.
That shit sounds crazy, but it's like that's more of a white people thing to shorten it to Andy.
Yeah.
Hey, Andy.
Drew is a black people thing. But that's just funny. Like a nigga, I know a nigga typed that comment.
Right.
If Drew's not there, that was a black
sure.
person.
That was a brother.
No questions asked.
A
no
good
questions
brother.
asked. Yeah.
Or a white dude with some miscellaneous friends.
Right. That's his fault. Oh, yeah.
Nah, man. People
Go to like the there's a timestamp. Nah, he
man,
talking about some other shit. Just go to like 6 minutes in.
I was about to say, like, no, 5:35.
And these
You always pick the perfect random time. Like,
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
oh, yeah,
savant.
what do those
35.
chapters say?
That's what I was trying to figure out first.
Oh,
What did the chapter say? What's Ivy been cooking? That's probably what was
That's
your
the very
biggest
beginning.
moment career wise.
that could be
Oh,
entertaining.
maybe go to that second one.
What's your
What's
biggest?
your biggest moment
Yeah.
career-wise? Just-
Wait, who's asking who?
It's just for both of them.
I'm about to throw it on.
Oh, yeah, because it's asking.
Should I
you.
screen this, you think?
Yeah.
All right.
What was your breakthrough moment career-wise?
Ooh. Breakthrough moment career-wise.
Why does she not look
Dang, that's
familiar
a
to me?
She looked way better in
loaded
pictures.
question.
Yeah.
Start with you.
She looks blind right here.
I think everybody knows my breakthrough moment career-wise. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but my breakthrough moment career-wise was
Wait, what? What just happened?
definitely
She
working
put the
with
question on.
Wendy Williams. 100%. Because I was in Columbia, South Carolina, which was market number 93. And to go from market number 93 to market number 1 and, get to sit next to one of the greatest media personalities of all time, that was 100%, my breakthrough moment career-wise. Because without that situation, I don't end up doing morning radio in Philadelphia because they hired me based off the work
Wendy.
that I put in with Wendy. And then if I don't do morning radio in Philly, I don't end up on Breakfast Club. So 100% my breakthrough moment career-wise was when I took the opportunity to work with Wendy Williams for no money, by the way. I worked with Wendy for a year and a half for free. They was like, yo, we can give you a place to stay. And I had a place to stay. And
That
I
ain't free.
figured it out in New York.
It's not
That's,
completely free.
I feel that. I was literally talking about how like the opportunity is bigger than the.
Ivory.
I know. I said Ivory.
She is very white.
Yeah.
She's white for a Puerto Rican.
That's why I'm confused. I'm like, is that this? She doesn't look familiar at all.
She doesn't look like the. She doesn't even look like the thumbnail, low key.
Nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who is that?
We was objectifying her during the Patreon episode, $5.
Were we?
So I was. I was showing y'all her. Y'all was like, yeah. But
because I was just saying, yeah, that's her. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But he was asking you about her titties though.
Oh, I missed that.
She looked a lot more,
Tan.
Hispanic-ish.
Yeah.
Hispanic-y. She looked a lot more ethnic.
Spicier.
She just doesn't look familiar to me.
She looked white. She looked like A-Dub.
Look here.
Yeah.
But her breakthrough moment in my world is the Brea Idiots because I literally never heard of her and I don't think I would ever.
Yeah, A-Dub is white, I believe.
Yeah.
So now let's juxtapose what you said was her breakout moment to what she thinks it is.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
She never said it.
She's about to go now.
She's about to say it now.
The check sometimes. Like even today, like I'll still do things for free. I'm not doing all things for free,
She's trying
but
to pivot,
it's
though.
like if you look at the bigger picture of things, you're gonna always do things for the love sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's just about creating those boundaries. But one of the things I don't like to talk about a lot which was actually one of my biggest breakthroughs, was Hustle in Brooklyn.
Oh shit!
Hustle in Brooklyn.
So her biggest moment.
Exactly. That changed everything.
I never knew that. Really?
It changed. I remember
What is
when
Hustle
you
in
met me,
Brooklyn?
I was a coordinator at E1.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm working at a label. Now I'm 6 months
No,
into
that's
this
not when I met
job.
you. You got that later on.
No, you met me. I was still working at a label when we started. I was going
Really?
on lunch breaks to be on Brilliant Idiots.
Oh, you're right. Damn. Yep.
And then that opportunity came, and then we already established our friendship, and that's how we got that episode with you.
Mm-hmm.
So that changed everything because around that
You see why
time
this
is when
is
I got my
boring?
first brand
Yeah, this is
ambassador
great.
deal with Cavassier.
Mm-hmm.
I went on
Yo,
tour with them,
yeah,
and that
pause.
was
Like
still
what?
around
Like
the time.
what trends were you just in?
Yeah,
just now?
I was just crazy.
Like what
I
the
was
fuck
just like,
just happened?
I'm in a boring trance.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah, it's
Bray Idiots kind of was a breakthrough. It sounded like
she's just
kind of
saying.
said that.
She's just saying nothing. Yeah,
I wish we knew the timestamp of where she was calling herself a vibe. I should have fucking screenshotted it while it was happening.
that is crazy.
This is just kind of goes back to what you used to say all the time, AJ, where it's like you got to like entertain people first before they start fucking caring about you or who you are. So it's like this feels like we're listening to a life story we didn't like sign up for.
I mean that's.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's
yeah,
saying,
like, you're not accomplished enough to where we can just like reminisce together.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
To where you're you reminiscing is entertaining.
For us right now,
We
It's
don't have
like
enough
well,
context
we
to
haven't-
reflect.
Yeah, I don't
with
have
you.
I don't have enough Ivy content to
Personally.
go back to.
Exactly.
I mean
what I'm
that's
saying.
like the basics of the game, but you can break the rules if you're good at it. Like you just got to be good at the game. You feel me? Like
But
she's just not even.
That's the thing. She should be playing the game that way. She's playing the game as if she's fully
she
cemented.
needs to be playing.
But honestly,
like
to be fair,
a
I
white
don't even know
man.
if she's a podcaster. Like, what does she do regularly?
She does
though?
radio.
She does radio.
She's a vibe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She helped produce the Love album. She did some type of work on that shit.
Okay. Yeah,
She's
because I was about to say maybe she's not even a podcaster, so it's like
It doesn't matter.
that. Yeah, it doesn't matter because it's like
Yeah.
we're telling her this is how to be entertaining on a podcast. But if she don't podcast every day, but if she's on radio every day, then she knows.
She knows the basics.
Yeah.
She knows like, all right, a mic in front of me, time to entertain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like
Yeah.
it's just the principle.
I think she does Monday nights and Sunday mornings.
Like the oddball.
The
slots.
fucking the garbage time essentially.
Yeah.
But you know that's not a diss to her. You got to start somewhere. But
Well, yeah, that is true. She's
she
on
gets
the
in
radio.
at the end of the quarter.
She's on the radio. Shout out to her. She's on the radio,
Yeah.
even though she's
Let's see.
white
let's
passing right now.
let's
Yeah,
do,
even though she lost her sex appeal,
let's do this.
it's probably just a bad angle.
That's hella convenient to just be, go a little lighter, go chameleon on the bitch.
right.
Nah, I think it's November in New York, nigga. What you expect?
And so overall, yeah, this episode
Okay,
is boring.
that is very true. New York women, they get really pale in the wintertime.
Bro, it's
Holy
cold
shit.
as
That's
shit.
actually
It's
that's
not-
actually a
it's
point.
not New
they
York.
Get
That's
crazy.
actually a point.
It's not
They get
New York
crazy
women.
pale.
Yeah.
It's Hispanic
No.
bitches.
No.
It's New
bruh.
York
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah,
nigga.
It's that
Bruh.
weather be paling niggas the fuck out.
Yeah,
Like
bruh.
you get light skin in the winter down here. Imagine in New York.
It's even more. Yeah, no, that's some real shit though.
Yeah, you're gonna look like a ghost, nigga.
That's
Like,
real
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
It is
it's
kind of
tough.
it's interesting for real.
Bro,
it's
there's
interesting. Like
there's no sun in New York.
yeah,
nigga.
it's interesting how much there's no sun.
Nigga, it's
Even though
buildings.
it's winter, is they're also in them buildings. They're in them shadows.
All you get is wind
So
gusts.
it's
wind
like
gusts and
it's a little
shadows.
different, bro. It's a little different. Niggas do get pale in the city a little bit. They get a little
Yeah.
bit more pale. All people do.
Like
That's-
if you in New York and you just catch a beam of sunlight, you kind of just got to stand there and grab it real quick.
Soak that shit
like
in.
that shit is not coming back. Nigga. You gotta get as much vitamin D as possible. Nigga.
Yeah, that shit is kind of funny.
Bro, that can't be possible. Tax was probably the darkest nigga. Like
He was already
He's
dark-skinned,
darker in the
nigga.
summer, but in the wintertime, he's gonna lighten up more.
of course,
He gonna
but
start
like,
looking Panamanian.
let's not act like that nigga's still black. He's still.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But he's
Because-
damn near
Bro,
Haitian.
but when you're already light skinned, getting lighter just involves you getting whiter.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Which is I wasn't saying like yeah, that's the truth. But I was just saying it's convenient for her.
I was gonna let her just
Nah,
not get her
let
wet.
her
Now this is a
cry.
part of her learning
I'm not-
process.
I don't
Well,
wanna-
no, you gotta stop her from doing that. You gotta
Do you?
Yeah, but she's gonna do it again. So it's
not
like
if you
I can't
submit
catch-
her outside and let her know this ain't going.
That's
All
why I
right, now
don't
we
wanna
had to
do
have
that
some
here, though.
context. We had to have
Yeah,
some
yeah.
That's why I
context
didn't
what's
wanna do
going
that
on.
here, though.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Really
literally
quickly,
why.
right?
Really quickly.
So yesterday in the studio, it was improv, but we had an intervention with Lauren and the state of his relationship with his bitch. And I mean his female dog. So bitch was necessary there. You know, we feel like there could be a firmer grip being placed on that bitch.
That's the way she's
that
acting.
isn't being administered. Lauren got very honest, very vulnerable. He was like, man, I just don't have the time, the resources, all that shit. But you niggas is right. So he's gonna start bringing the dog to the studio, and we're gonna try to fix his issue.
So I can fix it in real time. But the whole point is, in real time, I'm working. Fixing the issue in real time presents a problem while we're working. That's why I don't do it here.
Case in point,
right now,
what's happening right now.
So
No, well,
I've always been on your side. I've always been on your
fix
side.
for it. You can do silently. We're not going to hear you go outside, roll her onto her back, make her stay there, come back inside. She's going to understand what's happening.
Don't forget to kick her in the stomach.
for sure.
Like that, all
Unless you want to pay
all that can be
Cassie.
done. All that can be done within 60 seconds and silently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
So-
I'm also working. That's what I'm saying.
But
So-
I'm saying, but that's more of an inconvenience than you fixing it. Her
exactly.
barking at
So
the door.
I'm gonna do that now. But I'm saying normally what I would do is just not have her here.
Right. But
That's all I'm trying to say.
but we knew that already, though. We're talking about now, though.
But part of the conversation yesterday.
Right.
That's what I've been saying the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, but that part doesn't apply because we're just talking about now. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really. Yeah.
Look, if you're a dog trainer,
That's all I'm saying. That's why she's normally not.
if you're a dog trainer, please comment down below. What's the proper way to correct your dog? Because I believe that if the dog is acting crazy outside of the home, she's acting crazy inside the home, some way, somehow. So
It's always just.
you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's handling this bitch right now.
Hit the lower thirds
I
because
don't.
I'm gonna hit this bell real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, go handle your business, pimp.
All right, so the DJ Akademiks and Saucy Santana thing is never gonna end. Akademiks like officially like feel like I guess he found his win in this because the whole Saucy Santana diss record only streamed 8,000 units.
Yeah,
so
that's not a win.
So like, but he's celebrating it like it is a win though, and he's like, you know, this is why you have to ignore these bums because they only getting 8,000 plays anyway. You know,
But he didn't ignore him.
right? Yeah,
Like,
he brought him to tears. So.
Using a strategy that you didn't apply, nigga.
Yeah, what did he put? Put this into perspective. 1 million streams on Spotify is $4,000 in royalty payouts. 8,000 streams mean he earned a measly $32 from dissing me. And y'all think I'm worried about a silverback gorilla-looking nigga with a BBL and a beard and acrylic nails?
How much money was that again?
You can't $32 based off the 8,000 streams.
Measly.
Measly.
Yeah. Measly.
A mediocre.
Y'all think I'm worried about a silverback gorilla-looking nigga with a BBL and a beard and acrylic nails?
That sounds like the Ultimate Warrior, honestly.
You can't get.
First of all, he has the strength of a silverback.
You can't get hot like
talons
this. So he's saying you can't get hot like you can't blow up off of something like this?
Yeah, but I think Akademiks is moving the goalposts, nigga. This was
he's definitely moving the goalposts.
This wasn't like he didn't diss you to get rich and famous. He dissed you because he don't like you.
But at the
And
same
he wants
time,
your ass. He doesn't like you, but he wants to take your butts.
But it's weird though because the best diss records go gold or platinum. You know,
The best ones can be played in the club too.
The
like,
best
it could be
ones.
like they're party records.
yeah,
The best ones are party records.
The best ones are the ones that you don't even know they're diss records until like
that's
20
true.
years later.
No,
And then
that's
it's
true.
like, oh shit, Nelly
That's
and
true.
Shaggy was beefing and it was back-to-back songs.
That's true on some
But
shit too.
It is crazy. Like, I mean, $32. I think Akademiks definitely won, but it was by accident. He had already won with the Bible thing, but this was by accident.
He's counting that as a win though.
This is by accident.
Ridiculous.
He's been
This is
counting
by
that as a
accident.
win since it happened.
But
This is
why?
What?
Why is that a
Because he
win?
went religious.
Because
in his world.
That's a cop out.
But
that was a
understand-
terrible cop out.
No, it's like an immovable force versus an immovable force. It's like, nigga, you know, it's
Some stalemate.
That's a stalemate.
God. Well, I was about to say God isn't an immovable force. He's God.
right.
So it's like God versus an immovable
Is it a
force.
he or a she?
The
It's
LGBT
God.
community?
Is it a he or a she though? You said he's God. You sure it's a man?
I mean, you know, it depends on what religion you subscribe to. You know what I mean? It's probably some people that pray to their ancestors, the mother, the spirit, the tree, like,
Right.
you know, whatever. But All in all, I mean, yeah, he definitely went with that God shit.
If God had a pussy, it'd explain a lot.
Yes, it would. So I don't even know how much more we could talk about this, just because it's like it's Saucy and Ack. You know what I'm saying? Ack's having a rough ass fourth quarter.
Nah, I was gonna punch it up. But
go ahead.
Nah, he's gonna lay in that bed.
We gotta focus.
I said something crazy?
Nah,
he talking about me.
Oh, okay.
But nah, man. I mean, it depends on what Saucy's like. What y'all said. Like, what was Saucy's motive with this?
The disrespect.
It was to just call him.
It was mission accomplished then on his end.
Yeah, nah, he
sure.
completely fulfilled his mission.
Call Akademiks gay and pussy.
Yeah,
which he succeeded.
Yeah, he did. Made him cry.
He didn't make him cry.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yes, he did.
Yeah, he officially made him cry.
He didn't make him cry.
I don't know. What would you call it?
It's something else. It's like he didn't make him cry. Akademiks was
Cried.
so flustered
by,
not by him, but by his anger. You get what I mean? But it wasn't like Saucy made him cry.
Saucy definitely made him
Saucy didn't make him cry. It was like it was
Saucy's gayness that made him cry.
Yeah, I was about to say what Saucy represents. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it's who Saucy finds attractive is what made him cry.
Let's move over to another quick one, because I don't know if y'all seen this. Did y'all watch the $1 million worth of game in Cenat interview?
Nah, I didn't even know that happened to.
I mean, I had it on in the background. It was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty surface level.
It was very surface level.
It's like if you've never heard of Cenat, that's the interview to watch. They're the only there's really like,
I mean, I don't know. It was Wale and Gilly. They're not like they interviewers.
They're not that great. It's nigga.
It just kept going back to the same couple things, like the jail shit. They kept going back to that.
Right.
You know,
they love jail over there. That was inevitable.
Which was the funniest part.
Shit.
The funniest part was Wale was mad he didn't get the invite. That's what I thought was funny.
Nah, I didn't see that. That's a little.
They want to scare straight niggas.
It's kind of crazy. Whoa.
That makes sense. But the funniest part was like, this nigga Kai was like, yo, like, jail is not fun.
Right. Yeah.
Straight face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like
that's not where you want to be.
Like, he was like, yo, I was going crazy. I ain't had my phone for like 5 days. I'm like, yeah.
That sounds about right.
But he didn't even have real jail. Like, what the
Which
fuck
is crazy.
that?
Yeah, because most jails, I mean, they have iPads, so it's like
They have a lot of shit in jail.
Yeah.
They got all the drugs and technology.
What
They
he
have
went
whatever
through-
you can fit in your ass.
what he went through was literally worse than jail. So I don't know, but that was the funniest part to me. Like, this nigga was surprised jail was bad.
Yeah. It was
Yo,
just,
what if Wallow would have went there and just turned like
Wale
heel?
would have been funny. It would have been great stream content, I'm sure. But
Nah, he would have reverted back. That would have sent him over the edge.
the crazy thing is, it was just like I watched half of it and I was just like, wow, this is like we're getting origin story interview Kai. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this story. Like, if you've seen a Kai interview before, it's like
It's the same.
Does he have too many of them out there? Like, what major publication has he gone to?
He's done No Jumper.
To where it's like, okay, well,
He's
that's
done. That was the whole one. That was the big one. That was the story. He hasn't done that many interviews, but he does have the foundational story. And even if you just watch a little bit of his content, it was whatever.
It's kind of like
it's
kind of like set in stone. Like, if you're thinking about interviewing Kai and all you think you're gonna talk about is like his history
and how'd you start?
The nigga's 23. What that's gonna be a 15-minute conversation.
His history is the last 10 years of his life.
You don't have to put this on.
You can't really do cool shit until you're 13 consensually.
The nigga our age. Like,
I won't. I just brought it up in case.
Oh, he is our age.
But shout
he's
to
young.
Kai though. You know, he is influencing the kids, right? He did make a good point. Like, you know, the game, like, just systems overall kept a lot of niggas. You know,
Kept him away from the street activity.
You feel me? It
Playing
was
video
like, fuck
games.
that shit.
That was a good gem for kids, I guess.
Yeah, that's what they say about poor and disenfranchised. You know, you give them Wi-Fi, they'll stop killing each other.
For sure.
Let's see. I mean, there's not really too much more. Oh, let me go back to last week's episode because I really want to talk about this. Has anybody seen Jeff Teague's podcast?
Yeah. I've seen some of it.
I fuck with Jeff Teague's podcast heavy.
Yeah.
You're a converter.
Oh yeah, Jeff Teague.
Yeah, his podcast. I
with
fuck with that shit heavy, bro. Do y'all watch that?
It's
I
just
don't fuck with it as hard as you do.
Really? It's so entertaining to me.
Because I've only seen clips. I've only seen a few viral moments. I haven't sat down and really watched it in full.
Man, I've watched so many viral moments, bro. It's like, so I watched.
But you bought in, they had to get you.
Yeah, bro, they got me. Yeah, it's like every time I would come up on a short or TikTok or something like that, I'm locked into the whole thing. Then I was like, let me I'm still not watching full episodes. I'm at clips now.
Yeah.
So I went from shorts.
8 minutes. You invest in 8 minutes at a time.
Yeah, I'm doing like 5 to 8 minutes at a time because I went from shorts to the clips now. I'll work my way up to it because I just don't.
The 5 stages of content.
Yeah, because I just don't listen. I don't watch enough sports to watch a sports podcast yet.
Which is why they set
That's
it
the
up.
biggest
That's the
thing.
pipeline anyway. The shorts to the clips to the real.
Yeah, so in terms of just that, I'm not watching it or I'm dedicated enough to any sport to sit down and hear about that shit.
But does he mix like sports talk with like, the history talk like pretty well?
It's pretty much
because he tells a lot of like basketball stories.
It's a shit ton of stories. So it's like
they're not talking about like who dropped 30 last night.
Exactly. They're just like, if they do bring up who dropped 30, they'll bring that up, and it's also gonna attach to like, nigga, we've been playing with this nigga for 25 years, bro. Like, I've been playing against him since high school. Let me tell you about what he did to me in high school.
Yeah.
So it's like,
nigga hit a whip it at halftime and dropped 40 on him.
Yeah. So even if he does talk about, even if they do bring up current shit, the two main hosts, him and whoever the other dude is, I just don't know his name.
Dark skinned brother?
No, the light skinned dude. I don't think the dark skinned dude was in the league. The light skinned dude was.
Yeah, now he wasn't in the league, but the dark skinned dude is a part of their podcast, right?
He is though. Yeah. And then the light skinned dude was also an NBA player.
Yeah.
But yeah, so one of them have stories.
Light-skinned dude.
One of them have stories about some back in the day
Everything.
shit. Yeah. So the thing with the sports podcast that be like crushing is like when they're telling the story and then they can also put the fucking clip underneath it so we
Of the play?
of the play.
Yeah.
Man, that shit goes crazy. But you know who normally does it? It's normally not the podcast channel.
It's normally like
It's always some other
fan in the comments,
or it's just some rip channel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because I don't know if you can get paid if you just take a fucking clip of an NBA game. You know what I mean?
You can't.
What?
It might not be. It might not be good for business. Like it might could set you up like later.
Oh, for them to do it.
Yeah, for them to do it.
But there are YouTube channels of like they just do sports documentaries
and they put
like
the games
Secret
on there.
Base.
Yeah, they're not getting monetized though.
Yeah.
You sure?
A lot of them.
The NBA footage can't be recopied or used for any other.
And a lot of them
go to the Secret Base YouTube
But YouTube,
channel.
the fair use thing, it's a reincarnation or whatever. Not reincarnation. It's like being able to do music reviews. You get paid off of doing music reviews on YouTube. So,
Yeah, if you do it that way, fair use wise. But yeah.
It's like a
sports
line.
channels are not automatically demonetized. That's
No,
not
they're
close
not. They're
to
not
true.
automatically.
It's not, but it's still one of those lines.
It's
that
one of
it's
those
like,
lines you do have to tote carefully.
Why even teeter on
Really?
it?
It's one of those lines
yeah.
where if you do your business
I don't
up
think you
front,
have to
you're
tote
good.
that carefully. It's not like we're talking about a pay-per-view. Like a pay-per-view, yeah, you tote carefully because it was pay-per-view.
The
We're talking about
NBA
some shit that's
Some of them are pay-per-view because
Some-
you have
the
you
ones
have
that
league
are,
pass
though.
games. You have all that. Like you have nationally broadcast games you can reuse and stuff like that. But you have
Yeah.
league pass games and a bunch of other things. So
Yeah.
I'm sure there's stipulations amongst that.
For
I can't
those,
speak to
though.
it, but there's so many more league pass games than there
Yeah.
are nationally
regular
broadcast
season
games.
games.
But so there's
Absolutely.
no
The majority of games that are being played are on League Pass.
Yep.
Like majority of games are not nationally broadcast.
those are games though. I'm pretty sure if you just try to just live stream a full game, that's different than the NBA Instagram page posted a highlight clip. And you
Right.
reacted
right.
to that.
So that you
They
can
put it
use
in the
that.
ether.
That stuff, yes.
That's
absolutely.
and that's where it gets tricky because it's like, how can you prove that this wasn't something that was already available?
Yeah, I was going to say, like
Like it's
you
just
can
a-
prove that.
But it's probably one of those things where you can do it.
They have a
but
place
you
where it's
can
available.
also still get fucked.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think it's that deep.
I don't know.
I'm not
I don't
sure.
know. I don't think
What
it's
was
as nearly as complicated.
What was the major points of this?
I was just bringing it up just because those clips, them shits get me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
It just
really
adds so much more entertainment value
adds.
when you
I do be
understand the context.
I do be feeling bad sometimes too because I'm like, damn, that channel's not the one capitalizing off those views. Because it's like, I would hate that. Like, it's like when if somebody take a podcast, we only have rights on like YouTube.
Yeah.
If a nigga takes a viral clip that we had, like my pullover video, got ripped and put on YouTube and TikTok. I can't do nothing with the TikTok one, but I got the YouTube one taken down. See what I'm saying?
You probably
it's
feel like Cassie.
Yes, but it's like somebody will rip your video and like your platform has 20,000 views and they got 14 million.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
true.
so that's why I be like, damn, that shit kind of sucks.
That's why you watermark everything. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if they profit, you profit.
Yeah.
Shout out to 2H. Why the fuck is 2H?
Yeah, 2H is wearing two chinchillas on his shins.
I was trying to find the name of them niggas. One of them is Bishop, and then the other dude, I don't know his name.
But yeah, overall, NBA podcasts are pretty fucking great. We get to hear these niggas talk shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of immaculate. I'm trying to think like
Paul George, Draymond, Patrick Bev,
Gilbert,
JJ Redick.
Patrick Beverly is amazing on podcasts.
Cameron, if he would have, kept his head on a swivel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there's really not too much more. I mean, this is
Y'all want to talk? We can fuck around and react to that Joe Rogan and the Rock podcast.
We got office hours too, though.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how many. I only have one right now, but there might be more. But let's do office hours. We don't have to make this on a super long one. They just got a full episode like 3 days ago too.
Who?
The classmates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of like little Thanksgiving bonus.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It's the cranberry sauce.
Let's see, office hours. So there's one office. There was only one when I looked, but I haven't
It's a
looked.
Thanksgiving dish. It's pretty
in a
traditional.
couple of days.
And it's a side.
Shit ass.
Okay, yeah, here we go.
You gotta
All right,
make it
so
taste good.
office hours.
I do.
They put a pic in the comments. Shout out to the gang. Y'all were a big inspiration on me starting a podcast. I'm debating
We made
real
it look
shit.
too easy.
DRP. What are some pointers you'd give to people new in the space? Office hours.
Yo, this is the
Hashtag
second time we've been approached with this question in the last 2 weeks, right?
So he's looking at starting a new podcast. What are some advice that we give?
Let's all go around the room.
Yeah, I would say, sit down for another 2 weeks, and then really think about if you really want to do this shit. Because there's plenty of people who just kind of want to start a podcast, but then they get the chance to ask a question and all that shit, and they don't really, bark to the bite.
This nigga Tony. Oh my God. This
So the
nigga
first
said-
step to start a podcast is don't, and then see if you really crave it 2 weeks
So
later.
the first step is question yourself, nigga.
No. Put a little bit more iced tea on it. Nigga.
But I mean, I don't know. It's really like, I mean, tips. I don't know.
DRP.
The real.
I guess.
Does anybody have any real
shit.
tangible?
An audio interfacer.
Oh, God, I was about to say, I got some.
I was about to say an audio interfacer. I mean,
They be selling these little kits on Amazon now. I wasn't. We weren't in a position when we all started podcasting to where they were selling Amazon kits. So
Audio Technica.
Yeah, I think the audio setup and the setup is going to be a lot easier for y'all. If you go on Amazon, they have Amazon kits.
If you want,
I used a cell phone for the video aspect of it for the first 5 years. Probably.
We did that, but I have high standards. We bought that camera, nigga.
Yeah, right. You did.
We pimped it out with the video for it. We had to, but
yeah, for a while.
It just wasn't. It didn't line up as smoothly as we wanted it to.
Yeah.
But the
really,
audio and the video. And all.
I mean, yeah, it's like tips. It's so
the real tip is don't even buy that kit because there's plenty of niggas who completely just wasted $800 because they wasn't serious about this shit.
Oh,
genuinely.
Check Facebook Marketplace first.
No, fuck that. Don't buy nothing. Just use your phone for a month. And if you still doing it a month later, then start investing in the pieces and shit. But like the thing is, podcasting
you're starting off trash then.
No,
but
he's
you're
saying,
starting off righteous.
No, he's saying our story.
Okay.
We had to start out on the phone.
Gotcha.
We had to do that. Don't start on the fucking phone.
If you have the money,
go. What's that place? Guitar Center. If you're a little like skeptical of like
Guitar
ordering
Center
offline,
or Sandmash or some shit like that.
Last time I was in Guitar Center, they literally had like
they got the whole setup for you.
It's called a podcast setup, and it's like a couple $100. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want it, you want it, right?
If you want to do it,
But that's probably the most important
If you
part.
think you want to do it, that's why I recommend, nigga, just start off in the cave.
You
for
one
a
of these
month.
cautionary niggas like don't even start.
Yeah.
Why?
Because this is like, I'm not trying to discourage niggas from
That's
doing
what
it.
it sounds like.
But it's such a saturated game because a lot of niggas, like, it's kind of just like a random thought that they have. and it's a 2-week project that just filters out. So why waste $800 on some shit you're not really committed to?
They can always return it.
Which is why
well, you're a grown consumer.
you keep a
Right.
I keep everything.
Yeah, like I don't think the market is saturated. Nigga, the market is saturated for us. Like,
yeah.
even though we've been doing it longer, we hasn't been on the masses long.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
But how many podcasts were you aware of when you first started off that is no longer doing this shit?
Yeah, not a shit ton.
All of them.
Right.
I don't know a single one. That's why I recommend niggas just slow the fuck down. You might not want to do this for real.
Oh my God, be quiet. Another tip, like that.
What y'all got to deal with Amazon or something?
No,
What
it's
the
just
fuck?
like, nigga,
I would like
I
one.
understand what you're saying,
Matter of fact,
Yeah, and I
I'll
should
put-
probably just say everything everybody else is saying.
but it
right?
doesn't make like it's not. These niggas want advice.
Right,
Another,
yeah,
giving
he
them
wants to
advice.
start-
another good solid advice
Yeah.
is one, like at least 2 reels every week. Like if you're not uploading at least 1 reel every week, if
Yeah.
you're starting out,
You gotta,
a
long story
couple
short, you have to
reels
have the
every week.
video component.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your thumbnails don't have to be crazy when you first starting out, but if you have the ability, if you have a MacBook, you know, make it look pretty or whatever, you know, do your
Honestly,
thing.
I would say the biggest hint of advice is you have to, if you're gonna start a podcast, you have to agree to yourself that you do it for 1 year. I don't think if you're not willing to do now, I'll hit you. You know, if you're not willing to do it for 1 year,
Don't buy all that shit.
well, that's the thing. You're saying just don't even do it. Sit on it for another 2 weeks and shit. I'm saying do the podcast, but when you buy the equipment,
No, that's what I'm saying. But just start off smaller because
you don't need to start off that small.
That's
You don't
what I
have-
suggest.
Yeah, but I just say if you do it, you need to commit to a year because when I started the 3 podcast, we didn't have more than 20 plays across all platforms for 48 weeks or 42 weeks. Then on week 43, we had 150 plays. So it's like when me and Shane started it, I told him, I said, bro, I don't know who's gonna listen, period. They know me as a rapper. That's it. And a guy that does events every so often. I don't know who's gonna listen, but we'll just do it for 1 year and see what happens by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then literally, if that episode at 42 didn't come up and that happened, we would have stopped. I would have stopped after a year because it's like, all right, 20 people, 18 people a week listen. But because I
what's
hit
the
one,
point of this?
Yeah, but when I hit 150, I was like, oh, now it's, and then it grew 500, and then it's, you know.
And Anchor for Spotify is a good distribution platform. It's nice and simple. You can even like record on that shit. So Anchor for distribution is pretty good.
Yeah, if you're
But
just
really-
starting off, you need that infrastructure, Anchor for sure.
But it's really
gonna
weird.
put you
like,
everywhere.
When we first started, like we never really, like niggas wasn't asking for advice. So it's kind of weird,
Because
like
you just went and did it.
seeing people like ask for advice. It's like, it's pretty simple. You
Yeah,
know what
and
I mean?
then another thing is not only doing it for 1 year, but you have to be consistent with whatever the fuck you are. So like, you have to pick a day that you release. You have to pick a time that you release. Like it's just what it is. Like those 52 weeks, you need to be hitting all those dates, unless obviously something. You can start missing shit when you've been so consistent. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were late, not really, but like we were late on our first episode officially last week. And y'all still got an episode regardless. And you're still getting one now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but because we're serious about this.
yeah, even though you just got one Friday, that's not stopping us. That doesn't mean we get a vacation from tonight's recording. You know what I mean?
right.
So
Yeah, it's really no like don't
Commit to it. Simply is what he's saying as well.
Commit to it.
commit to it.
Don't overcommit to it until you are sure
Nah,
that
commit
this
to
is
it.
what you want to do.
Commit to it and you'll find out if you don't want to do it.
But you could. My point is that you could find that out without wasting $800 in the process.
Why you don't know? First,
First
of
why are you
all,
so caught up on how much you're spending?
First of all, if you're going into any business, right?
There's
and
a-
So you
Yeah.
already
if you're
thinking
not-
about getting profit from it. How do you know you're good enough?
First of all,
How do you know this is something that should be reeled up?
By doing it.
you
By
have to,
doing
first
it,
of all,
that's literally what it's.
First of all, you have
I'm
to.
not saying that you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying that you don't
First of
have
all-
to get what we have to start off.
Tony,
None of us-
Nobody said
Nobody
that.
said that.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that, bro.
Nobody said.
I feel like
turn your
something
gr-
is really missing, and
Right.
I don't want you to think like we're picking on you, but like something
Nah,
is
y'all
confusing.
just disagree, and it's okay when y'all all disagree.
He feels like we're picking
Click
on
up.
him. But I mean, look, regardless,
My opinion is
regardless,
my opinion. I don't give a fuck.
oh my sad Tony.
So there's another piece of advice in what he said. Have your opinion, don't give a fuck. In the sense that like have your own opinion, make it a strong opinion. They say it all the time
It's-
for people who, especially if you're like the main person doing it. You know what I'm saying? Have an actual opinion on something. Don't try to just follow what you hear or what you see. have an actual opinion of your own. Learn how to synthesize your own opinion.
It's a game of repetition. You feel me? You
That'll
just
get
keep
you there.
doing it.
Yeah, that'll get you there. But
Yeah. You got to keep putting the reps in.
Having a strong opinion too.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Some people have podcasts and they don't have strong opinions though.
Right.
Like, so that's not really a thing.
And even if it's not like
It's
uber
weird,
strong,
though.
but just like also, it's very important to have a strong opinion. But it's synthesize your own opinion because you're going to be able to. If it's your own, it's going to come off that way.
And we don't know the
You know
nigga
what I
behind
mean?
the camera. We don't know if he's already like this outside of not being in front of a camera.
Right.
Because if you already are that person, just be yourself.
all you
Facts.
need
But-
is the mic in the
Facts.
setup.
But buy the fucking mic.
Yeah.
Buy the cheap mic for a couple $100.
Yeah.
Spend the money.
Get you some shit. If anything,
you can't spend $200, $400,
then
You should be able to start.
Gassed out already.
Yeah, my original setup equipment, I already had a laptop, so I'm not counting that cost. But I didn't spend more than $300 on the original setup,
bro. And like
$350 max on the original setup.
You know what I'm saying?
And that setup carried like
3
that
years.
setup carried like
4
3
years.
years, 4 years.
iPhone
yeah.
as the camera.
Yeah,
When you
iPhone-
record, like change the settings to like 4K.
Because all I literally needed was the interface, which is the most expensive part, and the amount of microphones I needed. And at the beginning, it was just 2 of us, but Amazon was selling a Shure
Yeah,
3-pack for like. We're still using the same mic
You know what I'm saying?
from year 6 ago. Like these mics are 6 years deep. Same mic, so
invest the money. Invest the money.
Because that's what he did.
yeah.
Invest the money. Fuck what
But
someone
it
said.
was less. It was
Totally.
$300 or less, no more than that.
Invest the money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean that's
For
mandatory.
sure.
The other one is up. The other one is in the note.
Is in here, yeah.
Yeah. There's only 2 office hours right now, but it's like this episode's only been out for 2 days too, y'all. So you know it makes sense. So, all right, you want to read that one? It's nice and long. Hashtag office hours.
At what point should black men give up the Hood Act? And I guess this was a specific moment.
Yeah, 'cause we
Does
talked
anybody
about, like,
remember?
Yeah, we pretty much thought they're gonna kind of go in.
All right. It seems mostly only in hip hop do black men past age 21 to 25 still behave that way. Should we stop right there and kind of dissect that? Or I mean,
Nah, keep it going.
All right. Figmunity's clip with Akademiks, Boosie being 40, marching the streets against snitches, Young Thug having a snitch radar at 30-something, Meek using social media to dictate street politics to his young bulls. I like how you say young bulls.
Right.
At what point does hood behavior become disadvantageous? Disadvantageous.
Disadvantageous.
Disadvantageous. Ugh.
Yeah.
/ trashy. Great podcast as always. Shout out to my fellow Jamaican American too. Bye.
All right, so he's asking. This is hard because you're asking niggas not to be niggas. So there's a certain level
He's asking us a couple different questions.
Yeah, it's like this the thing, bro. It's like I understand what you're saying. Hip hop is a it's a degeneracy. Like they celebrate that's celebrated in terms of its degeneracy and violence. There's certain aspects of hip hop that get marketed more than others, and a lot of the times it's that negative shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna get people who live like that, and there's some people who live that life for real, and there might be some of these people that you name, such as like the Figmunity niggas, Boosie, Thug. They come from environments where that's where they have to always do, and just because they're millionaire rappers doesn't mean they're gonna change.
I was
You
about
see
to
what I'm
say,
saying?
being a bigot has no like tax bracket, has no age code. Like there's no
bigot?
code being a bigot. That's basically what he's saying. Like being a nigga. That's all a nigga is, a bigot. Like just you know what I mean?
Yeah, it
So
doesn't
he's just saying,
it doesn't matter. It's just, you know, you give a racist nigga
stuck in your ways. You feel me? Like
you give a racist nigga a couple $1 million in fame, they're gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? So
being stuck in your ways has no tax bracket. At what time does it become? I mean,
the hood behavior become disadvantageous. Damn, that one is a kind of a doozy when you're reading it.
hey, nigga,
But,
working all day at Little High.
I mean, look, man.
Nigga, it was disadvantageous from the start. That's why you fucking did it.
We get it. We get it.
What time does hood be?
Are you gonna be gay this whole episode?
We get it.
You gonna eventually
I don't know, bro.
fucking like
I don't
pussy
know.
Why are
again.
you so mad? You need to take a chill pill. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nigga, all I said was acting hood is always a disadvantage. He's making it seem like it's ever been a good thing.
Oh, I didn't hear
That's
you.
all
what
I
it is.
said.
Well, you
It
was
is a-
talking in your old
it
mad
is a-
pouty voice. I didn't hear you.
It is.
Speak, nigga.
It has been a good
Shoulders
thing.
up.
Maybe
'Cause I
you should
mean,
listen.
it has been a good thing because like we could say Sexy Red. They like how honestly ratchet she is, and
Yeah.
it's profitable for her. So it is It's when it stops becoming that when we stop making people 100,000 and millionaires off of it. But that won't happen because niggas love nigga shit. Even people who have never experienced or would never act like that, they enjoy watching. What is it? Menopause. It's not menopause. Menstrual show. Niggas love watching menstrual shows. You know, all people of all races. So it's something that you can't avoid. It's just something that you would just have to tune your algorithm to not see. But unfortunately, if you're into hip hop, then you're gonna get a healthy dose of it on a pretty consistent basis.
Sexy Red got lucky.
And some of these seem a little bit.
I don't think so.
Nigga, you know how many Sexy Reds there are in real life?
There's a lot, but all of them.
But how many of them like profit to the degree that she has?
They're not also running around like making music and shit.
But rebuttal, that's like saying like Cardi got lucky. You get what I'm saying?
They still put some sort of work
It's a bunch of niggas that sound like Cardi, even when Cardi was kind of original.
Yeah.
But it is a little, like some of these are worse than others. Like Meek Mill, you know, like not directing his young bulls to do good things is a lot worse than like, what is it? Boosie being 40 marching on the streets against snitches. Like that's a lot worse.
Yeah. I mean, that's who that nigga is though.
And hood behavior. What is hood behavior?
He's also Jamaican. He's Jamaican American. So he might be viewing FBAs like this as well. Like, see what I'm saying? He's looking at it through that lens as well too.
Shout out to you, my brother.
Oh, okay.
So
Lauren, you kind of get what he's saying.
You should give up the hood act once you live past 21.
Yeah, so he's looking down on African Americans in America, kind of. It could be.
I mean, we probably just made it that.
He could be viewing it through that lens because an African American from America wouldn't speak on black people like this because we know there's niggas like this in America. He's Jamaican American. He could be looking down on that version of hood African American.
There are niggas that speak like this.
Yeah, I was about to say this.
There are. I'm saying he could be coming from that lens, like because as we're going through this, we're looking at it like the question he's asking, like when are they gonna stop being niggas? And some niggas are niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. But it's like this whole spelling out thing.
It's like
how do you even view it in that lens unless you're looking at it from a different perspective? Does that make sense?
I
yeah,
see.
but maybe I feel like it's real actual hood niggas who are wondering this same question.
Yeah.
Like at what point in time do I have to stop caring about stupid shit?
Yeah, but earlier we were like
upholding dumbass
Earlier we
laws.
were like trying to dissect every line, like why are we doing that? And I'm just saying that's something to note. He could be viewing it from a different lens, essentially.
He could be a little racist.
If we're breaking it down each line like this, you know what I'm saying? Like
it definitely put it. Him being Jamaican American, it's like he could be 5% racist. Like fuck it.
He could be
just being in like
just gonna throw that right on
5% ain't a lot though.
But if he's Jamaican American, he's from here.
Yeah, but I mean
the cultures are different though.
The household,
yeah, for sure.
The household is just like
there's no Jamaican niggas in the hood.
No Jamaican niggas in the hood. Yeah, but the Jamaican culture is different than an African American.
Even Kai was talking
a South Carolina Geechee culture.
Even Kai was talking about
cultures.
it on $1 million worth of game, bringing them back up. But he was like, you know, if you want to be a content creator, especially coming from a Caribbean family, like he even's like a Caribbean family.
Yeah, it's different. Like a Haitian upbringing is different than a Dominican. It's like so. Everybody has different morals and shit like that.
Your mom probably think you're a failure, nigga.
I've always felt like they thought that for a long time.
Exactly.
For sure.
I didn't. My mom still don't know
my
what I
pops
do.
wouldn't send me to musical. Yeah, my pops wouldn't send me to
it's
music
gotta
school,
be
bro.
Jamaican hood niggas, like regardless of what the fuck his mom is
For
talking
sure.
about.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it's for the most part, like with this now. I mean, I don't know. I mean, hood behavior. But
niggas will be hood. Nigga,
once you 21,
but
that's when it
like-
stops. None of them niggas think they gonna make it past 21. So if you 22, you fucking survive.
At
Just
what
give it up.
time?
Boosie's 40. He definitely didn't think he was making it. He was on death row and beat that. This nigga thought he was over with. He thought it was over several times. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
This question is like a real, like, this could be a whole, like, hour video. Like, why are black men, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, I don't know, slavery, like, it's very easy. It's very easy to be stuck in your ways when you've only known one thing.
Right.
So it's just like, at what time does it become a disadvantage, though, shit,
The
when you get
wording,
locked up.
the wording is, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like, what do you, it's like, what time does it become a disadvantage? I mean, shit, nigga, when it's not working no more. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like, it's plenty of hood niggas that are just
right.
Hood niggas, you know, like, I mean, I don't know.
So, yeah. Well, who knows?
That's a good question, though. But, you know, hopefully you got something out of it.
He might have got it.
Because this nigga, he comments kind of often.
Who? He does. Yeah, he does. For sure he does. He's sick of the niggas. That's what it sounds like. He's just sick of niggas.
He's
doing nigga shit. And it's just, you might have to switch genres, man. You might have to go country.
That 𝚑𝐾𝐵𝐼𝐾 clip when that nigga was laughing was kind of nigga-ish, though.
It was ridiculous.
And we was laughing at it.
It was ridiculous.
He's talking about us.
Get entertained out of it. Like, we're using it as entertainment. This is not the life you want to live, probably, but it's entertainment.
We called him racist, and he said a great podcast as always. That's crazy.
You said 5%, possibly.
Which is low, but it's still,
and all I said was he just might be looking at it from a different lens because he's Jamaican American.
You know, we watch what we say very carefully.
About it.
We're professionals.
We're professionals.
We're professionals. Fuck it.
But that's it, y'all.
That's the only office hours?
There was only 2. Damn. So
we doing something wrong, man. Office hours in the comments. Any questions or concerns? If you really want to know,
but it was only 2 days too. To be fair, it's a little bit misjudged. Should have had him flooding in though.
I was about to say, nigga, come next year, 2 hours, we better have at least 24. Nigga,
right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
right.
you know, as always, you know, office hours, you know, ask us something.
Yeah.
Something. You feel me?
Like,
what is it like in North Carolina?
A lot of people don't even know we're from North Carolina. Somebody commented and said, I thought y'all niggas was in Jersey. I said, what?
Why would we be in Jersey?
I don't know. He said, apparently we sound like Jersey niggas. But then he also said, I thought Tory Lanez was a Jersey nigga too. I said, oh, so you don't know.
He watched the video when we was talking about Tory.
Right, that's some shit like.
We was probably making jokes.
He said
on
either
his behalf.
Tory or somebody else that he thought was also from Jersey. And I was like, I never thought that either. You know what I'm saying? So
nah.
He just might be terrible at judging niggas in whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas up north, it's like, you know, egos.
But yeah, man, like, comment, share, subscribe, everything. Homeroom University.
I was about to say, man, it's been a beautiful episode. Like I said, it probably feels like Christmas, getting 2 episodes back to back to back.
Boom, bow.
But you know, overall, still got to do the same thing. What emoji should they drop? What's the emoji of this podcast? Is there a
put a Native American emoji in the comments since it's Thanksgiving?
It's a little vague.
Is there a Native American emoji?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
we
know.
might have to check.
I'm about to find out right
Look,
now.
nigga, something Thanksgiving-y, all right? Nigga, a turkey, a knife, you know, something around Thanksgiving. But overall, appreciate y'all for even watching this video. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe, do all your, you know, the good things, the due diligence.
Yeah.
But what else we got? Patreon, $5. Go check that out. Office hours, we said that.
Toad is ready.
He's gonna say, like, I'm gonna make it longer. We're hosting a show real quick. LOI, the show is hosting a show with amazing acts that I can't remember because they're so big. You know what I mean? Pause. But yeah, we're hosting a show December 21st, Raleigh, North Carolina. Go to our page for the information.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that.
you know, J Nobles,
Tone Groove,
AJ the Menace,
white man behind the boards. Yow.
And we out.
We out.